So pull up a seat and let's talk dogs. Let's talk about pit bulls. The history, the breeding, the maintaining and feeding, and the controversies surrounding the great hunts. Come interact with the legends, and ask questions, and listen to their stories as we talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels, with over 40 years in the hunt, going hard kennels Twin 1 and Twin 2, dogs like Champion the Debrat, the very first champion off Grand Champion Mayday, the Dog of the Year, and Register of Merit. Champion Pretty Mama, 2-time Best in Show and 2-time Gamest in Show. Going Hard's Bay Bay, Register of Merit, Damn to Champion What a Day, Champion Gus, Champion Elrod, Champion Yellowbird. So pull up a seat and let's talk dogs. Let's talk about pit bulls. The history, the breeding, the maintaining and feeding, and the controversies surrounding the great hunts. Come interact with the legends, and ask questions, and listen to their stories as we talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels, with over 40 years in the hunt, going hard kennels Twin 1 and Twin 2, dogs like Champion the Debrat, the very first champion off Grand Champion Mayday, the Dog of the Year, and Register of Merit. Champion Pretty Mama, 2-time Best in Show and 2-time Gamest in Show. Going Hard's Bay Bay, Register of Merit, Damn to Champion What a Day, Champion Gus, Champion Elrod, Champion Yellowbird. So pull up a seat and let's talk dogs. Let's talk about pit bulls. The history, the breeding, the maintaining and feeding, and the controversies surrounding the great hunts. Come interact with the legends, and ask questions, and listen to their stories as we talk about kennels and dogs of the past and present. Hosted by one of the game's most respected kennels, with over 40 years in the hunt, going hard kennels Twin 1 and Twin 2, dogs like Champion the Debrat, the very first champion off Grand Champion Mayday, the Dog of the Year, and Register of Merit. Champion Pretty Mama, 2-time Best in Show and 2-time Gamest in Show. Going Hard's Bay Bay, Register of
Hey, what's up, everybody? On Friday, what's up, man? Just checking to see how y'all doing tonight. Yeah, got a good night going on tonight. Trying to get up with Mr. Wade, see if we can get him on. I know I got some dogs over his. Champion Tate, some old Snooty stuff, giving you some updates about over here in Hargrove. You know, he got a lot of stuff there in the background. He works a lot. I think he works days and nights, but I'm trying to get up with him. He might be calling me during the show, but we're going to try to make it happen while he gone. In the meanwhile, fellas, how's it been going out there? Let me see what y'all talking about in the chats. A lot of things been going on lately. Y'all let me know if I'm sounding good. Y'all can hear me loud and clear. Yeah. Everybody all right? Loud and clear. All right now, fellas.
Let's get it.
Okay now. We had a good week last week, guys. I just want to thank everybody for coming through, checking that shit out. Pretty educational, as you notice from each one of the videos, starting with the yard, working on down. It's all coming together. Y'all should be starting to notice the pieces coming together. You know, I think the next thing, before I start going into that dark side, you know what I'm saying, and teaching y'all some secrets and shit, I think the most important thing we need to start with, gentlemen, is now we're down on that chain space. The chain space. We don't talk too much about the breedings. There's so many different breedings. Everybody got their own different style of breeding. I'm gonna give you a little taste of, like I said last week, if you look down most good bred dogs, you're gonna find that the majority of the dogs got great pedigrees. I bet y'all was like, I heard a couple people saying it's all in the way you find it. No, it's not, guys. If you look at most top kennels that has a consistency of matching dogs, you will find that a lot of their dogs, including mine, was a certain way they were being bred. Not saying that every breed you're going to get consistent, 3 and 4 dogs out. It don't take but one. Honestly, it really don't take but one. And if you can get you one great dog out of a litter, at least win one. At least win one. Start there at the bottom. At least win one. At least you can put something in that generation instead of a whole bunch of nothing. Start putting something. You got to start putting something there. That's the only way you're going to find a way, especially when that something is your breeding, not somebody else's. That's how it starts. You don't have to make a champion to make good cross breedings. You don't. Another thing I want to put out there to y'all, that I know I stirred up a whole bunch of shit. I did. I stirred up a whole bunch of stuff, guys. I asked one simple question. I'm gonna try it on you guys, see what happened. Uh-oh. Hold on, guys. It seems like we might be down here for a minute. Y'all let me know if we're still in there. Because for some odd reason, it just dropped right out. If y'all can hear me, we'll be right with you. Let me know. It's coming back. Looks like it's coming back. What's up, fellas? I'm just making sure we were still on. Okay, what I was talking about a minute ago, I was talking about the breeding. That's what we're going to start with, based on the things that I was saying about the pedigrees. I'm going to go through a couple of them while we work on this. And it's going to be on particular way dogs are bred. I'm trying to teach you guys the fundamentals. Y'all be so quick to go and say, Twin said, it needs to be this, be that, but Twin didn't tell you how to fix that though. I don't want y'all to be making moves and then be out there, starting off with the same mind frame and not understanding, give you a mind frame to start looking into. So I got to give you something to work from. If you want to start over and get it done right, I'm gonna give you something to work from, because I'm going to show you a couple of things that's going to point out. It don't always work, but I can guarantee you, I said 85%. 85% of the time. I always like to pick out one of my favorites would be, let me see, let me pick one. Let me go with Baby. Okay. I think I'm going to start with Baby today. All right, guys? Now, first of all, Baby come from a breeding, a little buck. Now, let's take a good look at a little buck. Now, little buck is one of them Stone City kennel breedings. This is a good one for me to start out with, because what it does, I can go in here and pull up shit. I can go in here and pull up things. Okay, what is going on here? It then just took all my lines. Okay. Okay, Pairs Online acting up a little bit. Let's see what happened here. Okay, I'm trying to get this a little bigger here, guys, so we can get a clear shot. I don't want y'all to miss none of it. Because what the point of the matter is, I want y'all to look at the pedigree as we go through it. Okay. Now let's start up there. Let's start off with Yellow Buck. Okay, Yellow Buck is a nice one to start off with. Hold on. And the reason why I say Yellow Buck is because he's a grand champion. Okay? And he's a prime example of somewhere to start at. Okay? Because I would have to say that he was a start, in our line. He was one of the dogs that came back with us when we came back from Puerto Rico. Jesse did a real good thing letting me get him. He became very important in my later times in the game. So I would have to take my hat off to Jesse. And his is a prime example. His is a prime example because you're going to be able to see the consistency of the things that I've been trying to point out. The consistency of how the crosses and the breedings are. All right. As you look, we're going to start off with Little Buck. Little Buck is off of Champion Miss Nico and Grand Champion Yellow Buck. I'm pretty sure some of you guys are familiar with that. Let me know if you can see it. I'm trying to make it big enough so y'all can see what I'm trying to point out. First thing we're going to point out right off the bat. Yellow Buck was a grand champion. Miss Nico was a champion. That's the first asset you need to look at. Little Buck wasn't nothing but a puppy when I got him. But look what he came off of. Okay. Grand champion Yellow Buck. His daddy was Grand Champion Buck. It's obvious. We all know about Grand Champion Buck. Good producer. His mama, Stone City, awesome baby. Now, for you guys that, say that, cold bitches don't do shit and you wouldn't have one in your yard, well, for many, many years, y'all, the only bitch second to Honey Bunch was Awesome Baby on the ROM list. Let me say that again. In my day, the second bitch to Honey Bunch, Champion Honey Bunch on the RM list was Awesome Baby. Okay? A registered mare, but she was a cold bitch. See, Yellow Buck, he had a little mate sister, Champion Blondie. She was a bad one too. But this is, here again. Grand Champion Buck bred to that cold bitch is what produced that stuff. Make that point clear. Not only Grand Champion Buck was bred to her, if you look down there around Miss Nico, okay? We go down here and look at Miss Nico. Here's a good picture of her. She was a nice dog. Champion. Pretty rough bitch too. She didn't play. Now if you notice, she's off of Nico. Okay? She's off of Nico. Now Nico was off of Jedi. Who was Jedi off of Grand Champion Buck. Another Grand Champion Buck again. But if you notice, Jedi was a one-time winner. Okay? That's all it take was one. And they took Jedi and they bred him to that cold bitch again. Here we go. We're back to this cold bitch shit. But this cold bitch was off of Yellow. Let me remind you guys. Don't forget. Awesome Baby was still off of Grand Champion Yellow. Yellow bred to Goldie. If you know how Goldie was bred, let's go take a look at Goldie. See the crosses. See the crosses. You see that? You got the Havana Boys, Grand Champion Yellow stuff down there, Grand Champion Rodney, which was a great one, but it was a Jocko. You got the red boy. Anytime you say yellow John, you say red boy. You know, we call grand champion yellow dogs now, but hey, before there was a grand champion yellow, there was a yellow John. They didn't run around saying yellow John dogs. They were actually red boy dogs until they gained their own name. And if you look at this breeding here, this would be a red boy Jocko cross. It's damn near 50-50 outside the little Lady Sassy Me. There's going to show up a little Zebo in there, you know? But outside of that, that's a lot of Jocko red boy right there. A line that we know throughout the years, it worked. Okay, let's go back up towards the front. Now, so we got a half Jocko, half red boy, and awesome baby. Yet cold bitch, but perfectly 50-50. 50-50. Paying attention, you would have seen that. Half Jocko, half red boy. Good picture of her. You see it? Red boy Jocko's. Cold bitch though. Guys say you don't breed cold bitches? Well, guess what? I would rather breed one, especially if she's producing like that. Well, at least let me go back in my philosophy and rearrange it, you know, and start making exceptions. You know what I'm saying? That's a good point. Okay, so we got Nico being bred to Miss Jeep. This is the shit that created Miss Nico. That's champion Miss Nico. Now we got Jocko on the top, red boy on the top. We got Grand Champions Yellow, Little May Sister Sassy at the top. And then we got that Grand Champion Buck up there. Okay, that's that Mahoney shit, you know? We're looking at that buck. That buck plays a big part because it proves that it clicks with the red boy Jocko stuff. That's all it proved, that it clicked. Okay? You got Jedi coming off a Grand Champion buck, being bred to Sassy. They had good results off of Jedi. They didn't turn away from me. They turned around and bred into the cold bitch. And came up with a nice dog, Champion Nico. You know, Nico, he lost, but you know, again, Nico did not quit. Nico was a game loser. And he had already beat 4 times. You all know he had won 4, so he was going for his grand championship when he took the L. But still, he was a great dog. You know, Miss Jeep, if you look at her breeding, Miss Jeep is basically, you would call her a Jeep rascal dog, but I would call her more of a honey bunch. Yeah, she's double bred in Jeep. But when you add rascal in there, that would make her triple bred in honey bunch. So if you look at the bottom side, I show you 3 ins and 1 out. The quarter out helps because of the rascal, the Eli stuff, which is honey bunch is tightly bred. Okay? You see the Douglas Snow? Mabel, look, we don't even, look, you got Iris J, the Wee Hut shit. You still got more honey bunch. More honey bunch. And you know honey bunch goes back to Bully Son. So if you notice, it's really a heavy honey bunch dog. So we say a lot of Bully Son, so we have to call it Eli. Notice in the crosses, guys, look how it works. I'm showing you all the 3 ends. I'm showing you the 50-50s, the 3 ends. And then I'm showing you it in the eighths, where you can take an eighth from up here and take an eighth from down there, and there's a quarter. It's just the dogs that they're doing it with, the breedings and the way they're doing it. Okay, we're back over here. Again, we're looking at Miss Nico. So, if I was to say, in this dog, would this dog be a Let's see, a red boy line. No, yeah, I would have to say, no. Does this dog got a lot of red boy cross in it? I'm gonna say this line. I'm just gonna pick out and say, if I was to cut off and move back up, and you didn't know what was behind it, and I was to tell you, hey, I want you to look at this pedigree. Now, would you consider this pedigree a Jeep cross? I want some answers, y'all. Look at this pedigree and tell me, is this a Jeep cross in this dog? Okay, everybody's picking it up. Y'all notice that. Now, can you understand? Now, if I'm saying Jeep cross, I didn't say Jeep line. I said Jeep cross. For those who don't understand the difference between the two, let me explain it to you. I hear so many different versions of everybody think they actually know what they're talking about, but only a breeder understands what the difference between a cross and a line is for those who don't know. Okay? Now, a cross is, all right, say I'm 90, I got top and bottom, I'm red boy, all over the top and bottom. I ain't nothing but red boy. Okay? I can take you back over here to Amber's papers and show you she's nothing but, really, by the time you look at it, she's all red boy. I mean, she got different dogs in there, but they all add up to red boy. And I added some Zebo on in there. And I told you, like Lady Sassy Mead, if I was to sit there and say, does Lady Sassy Mead have a Zebo cross in her? What would you say? Would you agree with me? I said a Lady Sassy Mead has a Zebo cross. I didn't say line. If we go back there and we find Zebo back there, then we're going to say, yeah, clearly she has a Zebo line. Why? I mean, crossing it. Why? Because when you go back there, you're going to see Zebo. You're going to find Zebo. See, when you say that we're not changing it from a cross to a line, we're saying that when you look in this dog pedigree, I'm expected to find Zebo in there because there's a Zebo cross there. Anytime I add pepper to my meal, I'm crossing it with pepper. It doesn't change the fact of my line changing the name. It just says I have a red boy with a Zebo cross. Understand that. There's a difference between a line. Now, if we were to look at these dogs, again, if we were to look at them, we got Miss Nico and Yellowbuck. I'm back on that film right there. And we look at them, and I would tell you easily, something real simple. Is this a Grand Champion Buck cross or a Grand Champion Buck line? What would you call it? Just by looking at what you're looking at right now. I mean, I see Buck in there a couple times, but do we call it a cross or do we call it a line? It's evident that I see Grand Champion Buck on the top. I got Grand Champion Buck down here on the bottom. And each time it was crossed with a Grand Champion Yellow, creating a line. You remember that? Those two, boom, boom, you got up there at the top and you got up there on the bottom. When you bring them together, you actually bring in, okay, we saying we got 50 here, a buck. We got 50 here, a yellow. All up in there, already top and bottom. We just going on, we ain't adding everybody else. We're not adding the Jeep, we're not adding the Rascal. We're just looking at, I can go in there and find him on the top, and I can find him on the bottom, clearly. When you see him on the top and the bottom like that, guys, I would have to say that is a buck cross with some yellow to create the Stone City line, because that's exactly what it did. Okay? You have to look at that and say, what's the majority of that cross? You have buck up here too close to the front, and you have him too close to the back. And it's all mixed with the yellow. See, that's when the cross becomes a line, because now it's a working line. This line is working with yellow and Grand Champion buck. I can even start saying Jocko, because Grand Champion yellow is a Jocko cross too. So when you look at it, I can find buck, I can find yellow, call it red boy, yellow John, whatever you want to call it. But it's the mixture of when the cross turns into a line. A line becomes a working line when it becomes your line. So when all you guys say, well, I'm messing with Mahoney. Mahoney's 2. Mahoney 2 so far back there. For you to have a Mahoney 2 dog, you got to make sure that every cross you make cannot dominate the Mahoney 2 chick. You say you mess with Mahoney dogs, then your whole line should be 3/4, not half-half, 50-50. You should be 3/4 of a damn Mahoney's 2 dog. That means a whole bunch of Mahoney's 2 sons, grandsons, daughters, cousins, all the way up the line. You're walking all the way up the line for it to ever be a Mahoney 2 dog. Okay? So when you reach back there that far, or that shorty Cochran cowboy stuff, anytime y'all say that stuff, you have to be able to look at that pedigree and say that I am 3/4, not 50-50. Because if you want to say 50-50, you're going to have to say Mahoney's tote and what else on the bottom. You can't just go say Mahoney 2 because he's the popular name. Because now you're fucking up the chemistry. You have to understand that. When you start saying these back in the day names like Grand Champion Buck, way up here 2022, I hear still people hollering, yeah, you know, they say Gaston, you know, the bucket stuff, they say, you know, Buck, the Buck stuff. But when you look at their pedigree, okay, it's being already watered down to he's not even 50-50 no more. He's just there. But all of a sudden, because he has the popular name, it has to be the line. No, that's not how it works. When you maintain a line, you're going to be a Grand Champion Buck line. That means you have to breed along the line of Grand Champion Buck. When you start adding your salt and pepper to it, each time you do that, and you don't continue that line, you're taking away from that line and you're adding maybe too much salt where you done watered down the line. You know, you started off probably with some Grand Champion Buck line breeding or a line. Don't even have to be line breeding, it could be a line. As long as it has buck. And if you're gonna run buck, you better have it all up here at the top and all down here at the bottom. As soon as you split it, it's a Grand Champion Buck, and what next? You have to pay attention to that. All right. So the first things I'm gonna point out, I'm gonna point out the winners. Okay, we have a Stone City Jedi. He's a one-time winner coming off a Grand Champion Buck who was already a 7-time winner. Why would you not breed to that 7-time winner? I mean, that was smart. He took his cold bitch. A bitch that probably didn't buy the fleet, and he bred that bitch because she was off the yellow. When she was cold, what made them take that bitch over to Grand Champion Buck? A cold bitch. A cold bitch. What made them do it? She was a daughter of a Grand Champion Yellow. She was cold. What did it hurt? It's not like the bitch started up and quit. You better. A bitch coming off a Grand Champion Yellow? Yes, I would have did the same damn thing. Especially if she's a cold bitch, and I have an opportunity to breed the grand champion buck, I'm gonna go grab me one of these bitches and gonna go breed to him. And that's what they did. The results was remarkable. Okay, we have yellow buck. We have Blondie out of that litter. But not only was it that, he brought the producing power with him. You know why his producing power showed so well? Because he was on the top and he was on the bottom. The very same thing, if you look at it. You had Grand Champion Buck being bred to Awesome Baby. You came up with Yellow Buck. You took Awesome Baby and bred the Jedi, a one-time winner they had. That they had off a buck. They had another one off a buck, and they bred that one an Awesome Baby. And then they came up with Nico. Probably made the breeding with Nico before they did it with Yellow Buck. Because Jedi was already around. He proved to be a good stud dog evidently because he was by way of buck. Made him enough to go back there and breed the goddamn Yellow Buck. I mean to Grand Champion Buck, the Awesome Baby again. You understand what I'm saying? They bred Buck to Yellow's littermate sister, and that's what came up with Jedi. Grand Champion Yellow, littermate sister, bred the Grand Champion Buck. You see it over there? And then you got Grand Champion Yellow's daughter, cold bitch. 50-50. 50-50. We have to say 50-50. Red boy Jocko bitch. You see that? There's too many factors in here supposed to work here, guys. One, they're bred to a producing winner. Two, it was a producing line. Grand Champion Buck was a producing line. Very important to remember that. Three, winners produce winners. You have Grand Champion Buck and you have Grand Champion Yellow. That's 2 and 3 on the registered merit list back there on that time, fellas. That was 2 and 3. 2 and 3 during that time. We were 2 and 3. So you look at that. We got Awesome Baby, Jedi, Yellow Buck, and Miss Nico. All on one page. You don't see a whole bunch of black. You don't find a whole bunch of black. This is what I'm trying to explain to you guys when y'all out there breeding dogs. Trying to figure out what to do. When you breed them like this, and it can go a lot of ways. You can do this a lot of ways. You can do this a lot of ways. You understand what I'm saying? You can do this a lot of ways. It doesn't necessarily have to be Yellow or Grand Champion Buck. It could be any winning line. I say winning line that shows that there's a consistency of this line. See, when you go to breeding so many dogs, where you come to a point that you have to make an outcross, that cross is this what we say, outcross. What the outcross mean? That means I'm taking something totally outside of my line and I'm crossing it in here. So I'm taking an outside line, outside, and I'm crossing it into my line. That's what the outcross means. I added a out cross into my line. Now I could be all bolio all the way down to the back, like most everybody do with the Kobe dogs. Kobe. You know why? Because you don't see Kobe there. You just know when you go back there in the back, you're gonna find Kobe all up and down every one of them generations of dogs. That's a Kobe line. So anything you add outside of all them Kobe, all you're adding is outcrosses. What kind of outcross are you bringing into the Kobe dogs? That's the trick. So I hope I'm explaining the difference between the line and the cross. So many guys can look at it and don't see no Jeep in there. I mean, they can sit there. I can go further up, guys, where you don't even see Jeep. and ask the same questions, and you'll hear half of them sit there and tell me, no, it's not a Jeep Cross. Well, why ain't it a Jeep Cross? You know, why ain't it a Jeep Cross? That gets Jeep Cross and Jeep Line mixed up. If you can find Jeep in your pedigree, then it's a Jeep Cross. You wanted to make it a Jeep Line, then he better be tattooed from front to back to be a Jeep Line. To be a Jeep Line, he better be at least 3/4 black all the way back, full of Jeep. To be a Jeep Line. Okay? This doesn't necessarily mean that we have to do this with just, the dog that I just think this is just a prime example. When you look back to some of you guys' pedigrees, when I look at them, I go in the 4th generation and I see all those match dogs. Okay? Then I get to the 3rd generation. I don't see a lot of match dogs though. I see a lot of the great dogs in the 4th. But I start noticing the consistency of the match dogs. Yeah, I skipped 3. But when I got to 2, I'm supposed to see what I see in this number 2. Because I got all this back here in 4. I might have dropped off to reproduce what I saw in 4 by making those breeding to produce what you see in 2. Look at it. I want you guys to pay attention that I'm trying to show you the formula to breeding. Don't ever let nobody try to explain that shit to you any different, because I can go in and give me an idea. I can pull up a couple of them. I can go into the Jeep shit and show you shit. I can go into the oldest shit, the champion. Most of the ROMs out there, you're gonna see pedigrees like this. I said most. I did not say all. I did not say all. You understand what I'm saying? Which is very important. Here you go, man. I'm gonna see. That might be Tony trying to call me. Okay? Now, I didn't say all of them. I said most of them. And next thing you know, somebody gonna say, well, they're all in. I can guarantee you, I can win that bet that the majority of your greatest dogs are bred good. From Banjo, all of them. They were all nicely bred dogs, including mine. You know, the reason why a lot of them was working for me, because I picked up to what they was doing, and I tried to follow the pattern. If I wanted match dogs, I had to do and understand what they did to get what they were doing. I'm not just giving Stone City the props. They were just somebody that I could reach out to and seeing something they're doing consistently back then. And why are we seeing them all on the pedigrees now? Still, the very same dogs, the pattern. It's the pattern. It's the formula they continue to use. I mean, Super Kennel was successful with it with 357. Gaston was successful with it. Undertaker and them, Untouchables was successful with it. You know, there's many kennels out here that's successful with doing these type of things. You know, I want to say Tom Gardner used to be that way, where you could find the consistency to his dogs. But when the dogs' names are not important as the owner's name, and the owner's name become more important than the dog behind the name, now you guys out here buying Gardner dogs. That's all you're doing. You're not buying no particular thing. Now, one time did you hear me say STP's Grand Champion Buck? Or Stone City's Grand Champion Buck? No, I didn't say Stone City. No, I'm saying when you look at it, particularly to the dogs, because that's what I'm speaking about, the dogs. The misconception, because it's a Gardner dog, that's all you're buying from Tom Gardner. You're buying his name. You're not buying the quality of the dog. Unless you can buy a dog from Tom Gardner look like this, tatted up with all this blue, and not just tatted up with blue with no title to it. You can make all kind of changes, you know, when you got a name added to it, you know what I'm saying? But that's all y'all doing. Y'all buying Tom Gardner dogs because they're Tom Gardner's dogs. I see pedigrees full of Gardner. And you're not buying no line. You're not buying a line. You're not buying a line. You just totally forgot about the line and the crosses. And now you're just buying the name, Tom Gardner. That's all you're doing. He's trying to send me something. You know what I mean? That's all you're doing. So let's go back and look some more. Let's go back and let's go up here. And let's go to Yellow Buck. All right? Yellow Buck almost got the features. He had the red. Nice looking dog. You know, he beat a lot of good dogs too in his process of getting there. He did. He didn't really, he probably been just as famous as Mayday, but he had an unfortunate accident. But again, we have a ROM bitch and an ROM male that created this grand champion. And if you look at it, we got the top half. That's strictly to me, a 50-50 cross. I can even go, if I had a little out, an eighth of an out up here with Grand Champion Buck, it's still successful. Because I can have an 8 down here with Awesome Baby and still be successful. You know, it's the line changed when you have the Jocko Red Boy. That's the bottom. And then you got the Mahoney's, two Bolio shit on the top, Carver shit on the top. That's a 50-50. And you got a 50-50 off a winner. You have a Buck dog who was the winner, and then you had this cold bitch who's coming off a dog who's been producing winners. You're supposed to have a line of dogs in the process, and to this day, that line is still working. They can add 357 to it. They can add Mayday to it. They can add all, as long as it runs around in that area of the line, guys. Remember, I changed my going hard stuff into that shit too. Because I used the Mayday stuff. I used the Jeep stuff. I used the yellow stuff. I used Stone City. I used hardcore. I worked it to, it worked for me. I'm gonna show you one. I'm gonna show you one that's gonna be real, like, you know, it's important that you see this one because it's a good one. And give me 1 second here. Let me pull this up here. This one right here, I would have to say, coming off my yard, is a prime example of one of those. You know? And she had a touch. Somebody was talking to me about Champion Sugar and Pro Set. I didn't really get a chance to get to him that day. You know, I missed the chance to get to him. So I didn't get a chance to go around that question. But today I'm going to work on that question. Okay, this little chick right here, her name is the shit. This was the next little bad dog, y'all, to the brat. You know, I had her when I was going backwards out the game. I was actually leaving the game, and I had her and her brother. But this was one of the last breedings that I had made. And if you look down there, let me try to make it a little bigger for y'all, so I want y'all to see this. As you look down there, here we got Deep South Twisted as a dad, a champion, coming by way of Mayday. We got an all-on bitch down there off of Dry Bud and Hollywood Dolly. So, Polly, we already know that Hollywood Polly and Hollywood Dolly was litter mates. They had to fix that. You know, the lie was over. They finally fixed it. Just like they finally fixed it with Buck. You know, ADBA papers probably say one thing, but the world, we know the regular thing. If you look on the bottom, you got Nico being bred to Champion Sugar. So for the person who is really asking me about the Bozak stuff, there's it is right there. I had a dog off of Nico and Champion Sugar. Her name was Naya. This litter was the only litter she had when I bred the Twisted. She caught the prolapse disease and I couldn't never get her bred again. So she became useless to me. But as you can see, we have Champion Sugar bred to Champion Nico. You got Grand Champion Mayday being bred to a Patrick Eli bitch crossed with, what do you think she crossed with? Somebody out there tell me, what is the Lupe bitch crossed with? If I said this bitch has got some Jeep cross in it, would you believe me? I said, does this dog have some Jeep cross in it? And that goes, as a matter of fact, it's a good question because this is the kind of breeding that I was talking about when everybody was asking me the difference between cross and the line. Give me the other number. Yeah, okay. The cross and the line. Now,
what's up, man?
If you can see it, let me know.
Hold on 1 second.
No, because I want you to know, if you cannot see it, does this dog have a Jeep cross in it? I did not say Jeep line. I said, does this dog have a Jeep cross in it? Just by you looking at it. For you old timers to know, you know, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all gonna see it. It's just the new guys, they'll sit here and argue me up and down that this dog ain't got no Jeep cross in it. They're talking to me like it's a Jeep line and it's not. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we be having, I mean, you ought to see them, y'all. They be acting like they Floyd Boudreaux or James Crenshaw arguing with me like they know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I'm here.
And it's clearly not the case. You know what I'm saying? They're wrong. They're definitely wrong. So, I'm still looking, fellas. I ain't seen no names or anybody pop up saying what it was. Is it, does it, yes or no? I mean, I'm just trying to find out, do y'all know? You know, does it have a Jeep cross in it? Waiting. I'm just going to give y'all a few minutes to look at it. Let y'all see if y'all can see it. And if it's there, where is it at? Where you going to find it if it's there? Where is it at? I'm looking at the chat, y'all. And I'm trying to see if there's anybody that's answering me. I don't see nobody answering me. But look here. If you didn't see it, I'm going to show you where it's at. For you guys that didn't know, that Bud Dry bitch, the only one that's sitting up there black, the only one that's sitting up there black. You see it? You see it now? Back there where we was, that's the kind of thing that I was talking about. There you go, James Jones. Good one, James Jones. Good job. Okay, good one, James Jones. There it is. He's right. Now, believe me, I've had guys look at this very same pedigree and say, no, she don't have a Jeep cross in her. Well, I'm looking at a Jeep line here. I took a Jeep line and made it a cross. That's what I see. I see a Jeep line which was made as a cross into that yellow buck stuff. Into that buck stuff. Okay? So, guys, remember this. When we speaking of this, these are things that we want to go over and stay on top of, man. So when you're breeding, look at the crosses, look at the breedings, look how it's supposed to work. You see how it's supposed to work? You don't see a whole lot of open gaps there. You see a lot of champions, grand champions. You don't see no open generations in there. You don't see none of that going on, fellas. You don't see none of that. Very important. That's what makes it. You know what I mean?
Bluetooth mode.
Now let's go back. So we know that Twisted coming by way of yellow, coming by way of the Patrick bitch, the Hollingsworth. We know she's a Hollingsworth dog, just to make sure y'all understand the Hollingsworth stuff. So we got a yellow cross with a Patrick cross. That's a Patrick cross. Yeah, we got our eighth. We got our eighth out. We got here at the top of it with the Grand Champion Rowdy, and we have it down here with the goddamn Anderson Rose. But the majority of the line, you see the cross on the top. We got an out cross on the top, down there on the eighth, and then we got an out cross on the bottom, and that ain't barely an eighth. But if you notice, you go from the fourth to the third. You notice you went from a bunch to the third. You still got a good producing thing going on here. Remember, they're just now crossing the line for it to work. Hey, what's up, Tony? Can you hear me? Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me make sure I'm gonna pick you up on my tube.
Bluetooth is connected.
Okay, now you can. Okay, you connected. Can you hear me?
I must be on the wrong.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, bro, I can hear you. What's going on?
Hey, not man. Here, let me finish up on this right here and put it on standby. Let me put your stuff together. All right. And then I'm going to come back.
Hey, don't let me interrupt you, man. Go ahead.
No, you good. We just
Yeah, I can hear you.
we just got you in, so we're gonna set it back up for you. Hey, don't remember what I told you
Yeah.
about the delay, cause I can hear you.
Yeah, go ahead and do what you're doing, man.
Okay, I can hear you in the background. Turn either your phone down, you know what I mean, so you can hear me, all right? Cause you're gonna be listening to me by way of your monitor you're using.
Hey, don't do it. Okay, I can hear you in the background. Turn one either your phone down.
Okay, how's that? Can you hear me now?
Okay, I'm on the phone and I got my laptop on. I mean, my tablet. And I'm on my cell phone.
Okay, well, I can hear you. I can hear your tablet. That's why we're hearing that delay.
Okay, how's that? Can you hear me now? Okay, I'm on the phone and I got my laptop on. I can hear you fine on the laptop. I can't hear you on my phone.
Well, that's right. That's what I'm telling you. You can turn your phone down and.
So what I need to do? Get out, turn the tablet off, and just stay on the phone? Or?
No. Turn the tablet where you can hear me through the tablet and not the phone.
Hold on. Let me turn the tablet down because I got the tablet all the way up.
Yeah, okay.
I got the phone as far down as I can get it.
Right, okay, because we can hear all that back feed and like the double voices on your delay.
Okay, I can hear you. I can hear you good now. I got the tablet. I turned the tablet down.
Okay, good. Right. Okay.
Phone a bunch of static. Hold on, man. Let me try to get this phone right. It's a bunch of static on this phone. I can't hear shit on this phone, but I can hear you clear on the tablet. Hold on a second.
All right, fellas. While we doing that, we're gonna go ahead and go back into it. Okay, this is back on the shit.
So I got about 6 something. I hear like
Echo.
20 seconds later on the tablet.
Right, that's what you
but
want.
I can't really hear you on the phone that good.
Okay, then what you want to do is don't turn up the tablet too loud.
Okay, I hear you fine. It's just low. I can hear you fine on the phone.
Okay, then that's good. That's what I want you to do. I want you to be able to hear me. Is that better?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. It's just low.
Okay, that's good. That's good because it's gonna be when you get in here, it's gonna be your show. We're gonna get out your way and let you take the flow. So it ain't gonna be too much that I need to.
You gonna get out? Wait. You gonna get out my way?
Yeah, it's your story. I'm not gonna leave you.
I don't know what the hell to say. I mean, shit.
Yeah, you do it. Don't worry about it. If you stumble, I'm your teammate. I ain't gonna let you fall.
I thought you was gonna do the talking, just let me like answer you or you know.
We got a lot to say, man. I ain't too much I'm gonna ask you that you can't sit there and talk about. Go ahead. Don't worry. When I bring you in, you'll be all right.
I'm just looking at a pedigree right now. I don't see no, you know.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about right now. Hold on. I'm gonna bring you in.
Right.
Okay. All right. We're just going over pedigrees because you hadn't got a hold of us yet, so we're moving along. So we're gonna finish this thing out and then we bring it in.
Pedigree, man, because I don't know what the damn say. I mean,
Don't worry, bro.
Kind of watching.
Don't worry, I got you. Don't worry.
All right.
Okay, just hold on and we'll work on that as we go.
Just go ahead, keep doing what you're doing. Then when you just say like Tony Wade or something, then I'll just, you know.
Oh, you can hear. They can hear you. They can hear you good. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now hold on. We're going over this pedigree. I'm trying to show these boys how to make the right breeding, and what makes good match dogs out of these breedings. Now, guys, I mean, as y'all was looking, and you're paying attention, you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, in these lines, you seen the Jeep Rascal on the bottom. Remember, just in case you missed that. When I go to championship,
that's your O's. I remember that shit right there.
Yeah, this is old stuff. This is when you go to that Jeep, that Bozak cross. Look at it. That's Champion Bozak, bred to a buck bitch. Look like the Stone City shit, don't it? You see the Jeep Rascal stuff in there. You see the red boy. You see the yellow. You see the Jocko. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of breeding I'm trying to get you guys to understand. Look at, there's a formula there. It almost looks like a Stone City formula. But it's a formula. Remember, all I did is I took that same formula, look at it from the 4th to 3rd to the 2nd to the 1st. I move it up. Look what you're getting. Okay? You're moving, you got it right here at Champion Twisted, bred into the Nile, who's coming up with Champion Nico, already a producer, bred into a Champion Sugar, who is still a yellow Jeep Rascal Patrick Cross.
You got it right here at
Hey, Tony. Hey, Tony. Can you hear me? Yeah. Hey, Tony, if you can hear me. Right, you have a delay in there, Tony. This is what you want to do. We're picking up your feedback coming back through. So when you're listening to me on your tablet, it's coming through the speaker because it's coming through your phone, and we can hear it.
Turn the speaker off. Turn the speaker off.
Okay, guys. Now look. As y'all looking at that pedigree, these are the things that I'm trying to get you guys to understand.
Hey, Tony. Yo, I can hear you fine, man. I just can hear you. Yeah, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, dude. But your phone, I'm hearing you in the delay.
Right, you have a delay in there, Tony. This is what you want to do. we're picking up your feedback coming back through. So when you're listening to me on your tablet, it's coming through the speaker. It's coming through your phone, and we can hear it.
Yeah,
So
they're saying no.
Do I need to get out the phone and?
No, they're telling you to mute your.
Back from the speaker or
no.
Speaker?
No, you want to mute your phone until it's time for you to talk. Mute your phone.
I got to look at that pedigree. You think I'm trying to do? Okay, that shit, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear you, dude. Can you hear me now? I'm hearing you and the delay.
Mute your phone. Can you hear me? Okay. All right, guys. As we get him ready to go, fellas, we're gonna go ahead and move on until we get him straightened out. Then we're gonna bring him in. Okay. As we was going through that breeding, I was showing you that breeding, guys. You know, there was. I mean, these are the kind of pedigrees we're talking about. It down there when we went back there in the back, you're seeing the same thing. But guess what, guys? Back there, you're getting the same results. You're getting back there the same results that you're getting up front. You know, and that's very important. That's the only thing I'm pointing out. You can see that I had the chemistry. You can see I used the same formula. When I bred Twisted to that Nico bitch, I did the exact same thing that I did earlier that we saw over there with Little Buck and Miss Nico. All right, buddy, you hear me? You should be able to hear me. And if you can hear me, go ahead and say something so we can remember. All you have to do when you get ready to talk is turn your TV down, all right? Your monitor down, and then just talk to your phone. Then we won't hear we'll hear your voice only, and we won't hear the feedback coming from the monitor that you're listening to. You hear me? Mic check 1. He's on Bluetooth. Well, Tony, can you hear me? Yeah, but if you listen to the TV, you should be able to hear me, right?
Right.
If you listen to the TV, Tony, you should be hearing me telling me that you should be hearing me. All right. Okay, yeah. Okay, yes. Figure that part out. Remember, if I ask you a question, that's when you unmute it. But you want to turn your monitor down because I can hear me talking through your I can hear you talking. I hear me talking back to you. Turn that monitor down when you do that.
Okay, hold on, sir. I got the TV on mute. Yeah, I got the TV on mute.
Okay, yeah. Now you can. Now you might not be.
Bluetooth speaker, right? Wait, I got this Bluetooth speaker right here. Do I need to turn it? Let me turn it down. Hold on. Wait a minute, I got it down, son.
Okay, so you're using the Bluetooth?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, man, through this speaker right here.
Okay, then that's what you want to do.
It's just when I'm talking, it's all distorted and shit.
Well, it's not sounding distorted at us. Don't worry about what's happening on your end, because we can hear you just fine.
On mute. Let me see. The TV is on mute. I'm not even listening to the.
Okay, then you sounding fine to me. As long as you can hear me, that's just fine. You know, remember, I'm not. As long as you can hear me.
It's just like delayed. I hear you like 5 seconds later. Or
right. Right. We'll take our time.
Down. This motherfucker just came on. Oh, let me turn it off. Damn, man. Hold on a second, man. This damn TV. Give me 1 second.
We'll get him up here in a minute, fellas. We're gonna have him up here in a minute.
I got one TV off. I got two TVs. I got the other one on mute. I got the Bluetooth on where I could just hear you.
Right, that's right. Yeah, don't worry. As we work it out, you'll be all right. Cause I'm getting ready to.
I can hear you now. It's just when I say something, I hear it like 4 or 5 seconds later on the Bluetooth.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Don't worry. I mean, look for the delay. Okay? Look for the delay. You'll be all right. You just want to look for the delay. Okay? Because that's the important thing. That's how we can get you through this. Okay.
Hold on, Harley. Come on in. Come on.
All right, fellas. We can bring in Tony. We finally got Tony up here, man. I'm gonna try to keep up because I got pedigrees and things like that. I'm gonna try to follow along. I mean, there's a couple good ones on here, and then we can go from there. We're gonna start off with. I'm gonna be introducing you to a good friend of mine.
Yeah, I'm watching what I said like a while ago.
Right, that's how it does. Right, that's why you try to stay away from that part there. As long as you can hear me, we hear everything you saying very clear. Even when you hearing all that double sounding, we can hear you when you're listening to the monitor because it's feeding back to us.
Don't even look to hear yourself.
Don't even look to hear yourself. You know, you want to turn that monitor down once you start talking so you don't get stumbled, okay?
Okay, let me turn this Bluetooth. I got it. Let's turn it down some more.
Yeah.
Okay, I can barely, I can't really hear shit.
Well, you can.
I got the Bluetooth down. I'm looking at the screen. Damn, I wish this damn reception was better.
All right, fellas, soon as we get this back, because I want to make sure he hears this real. We can hear him.
Yeah, I can. Hold on. Yeah, I can barely hear you. Okay, hold on.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I turned the phone up. I can hear you better now. I turned the Bluetooth down. I got the phone up.
Okay, then, as long as you can hear me, because, like I said, I'm not...
Yeah, I can hear you a whole lot better now.
Okay, that's good. Now, hold on, okay? Let me pull your stuff up here, and then we're going to get started.
Okay.
Okay. Hey fellas, this is my old friend Tony Wade here, guys. Remember I told you I was gonna bring him up in here. Me and him go back so far, man. Remember I told you about my adventures down in North Carolina? That was in the early 80s. The first person I met was the sheriff. And then he took me out there, and that's when I met James Edwards, Atlas Brewer. You know the story. I've been over it with you guys. But what I didn't tell you was the second black person that I ran into that had dogs, and he had dogs. Even back then, this is the guy I met, Tony Wade. Now, as Tony started telling you this story, what you guys gonna realize, man, that this guy has been around. Like, when I say around, he was around when Tom Gardner was literally doing dogs. I mean, when I say he was actually doing them, okay? He could probably tell you about Chinaman and all them other dogs as puppies. So this is gonna be a nice, interesting thing. I'm trying to pull up his Tate's pedigree. And I'll have it up here. And as soon as I get it up here, we'll go ahead and take off. Because there's one that I had with his picture on it, and I'm trying to get, that's the one I want. But it's going to be a good one, y'all, because he has definitely got a good story. champion Tate. Hey man, and fellas, while I'm doing this, I want to go back over what we were doing on those breedings and stuff that we was talking about, man. Yeah, I want to make sure that, cause I know I cut it a little short. I know I cut it right off while I was doing it, but since I got him on the line, we can go ahead and move forward with this, okay? So, yeah, we're gonna step back up on there, and we're gonna do a lot more back on there and a lot more other pedigrees to show. Then, you know, so we can go back on there and continue that, because I'm trying to teach you guys there's a formula. I'm gonna do it with different breedings. I'm gonna do it with some Bulls dogs. I'm gonna do it with some Cowboy dogs. I'm gonna show you the ones that work. I said 85% of them are bred good. Okay. Now here's one before I turn Tony loose. Here's one that I'm gonna bring to the board. That is Tony Wade's champion Tate. His kennel is Black Dragon, champion Tate. Now guys, pay attention to how Tate is bred. We're gonna go over that. We're gonna do this again. If I was to tell you this dog was a Snooty Rail Boy dog, that's a 50-50 cross, I would expect everybody to agree with me, right? That's a good cross. The dog, double bred Snooty, he damn near look like Snooty. He looks like Pretty Mama. I mean, the Rail Boy in him. Didn't see the nice strong body, look like Pretty Mama in the body. Now, I don't know if Snooty threw bodies like that, but I had a Rail Boy bitch, champion Pretty Mama, and she was built just like Tate. And remember, I've joined these times, guys, these were dogs that was on his yard. Tony has seen Red Ace, and he has seen Brat and them go. If I needed to check out one that I wanted to go into the world with, I would go to Tony. It was a guaranteed shoe in. If I could win with Tony, and Tony put the thumbs up, like I put the thumbs up for him, we create winners. And he's going to change. I'm going to show you the quietest guy in the dog game, but the most lethalest guy, because this guy, whether you know it or not, he won down there about 26 matches. About 26 matches, probably more than that, but I know about 26 for sure that I can rat off, and only lost once. I'm not one for bragging. I'm gonna let him tell you, but he's a good listener too. He's a good listener too, and what he listened to made him even greater than he was when I met him. But for no end to do, I want y'all to see this breeding. Okay, Tony.
Yo, what's up, man?
This is it's your show, man. I got to take Pedigree up. You can see it on the line on there, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Introduce yourself, and then as we go, give me a chance to pull up those names you called me, because I got them still in my phone. I can put the numbers in and bring them up. Okay?
Okay, I can barely hear you, man.
Okay,
yeah,
is that better?
I live in Kinston, North Carolina. I live here most of my life. And I got into dogs. I met Mr. James Edwards. I think I was about maybe 20 years old. I'm 52 now. And I met Mr. James Edwards. He's the guy that bred the disc grand champion Molly B. I met him, and I got two pups. One was named Gator, and one was Raven. They were little mates. They were pups, and they was that James Rose had a cotton bullet Molly Beach cross he did, and he taught me a lot, man. I used to just go over there and talk to him, and he kind of it's kind of like a damn kind of like a Rocky Balboa. And he was like the old dude, Mick, but I won't box. And I was just sitting there learning about, dogs. He told me all this shit. And then I met Carl Mims, and I got taped from him. James had told Carl about me. And Carl didn't really talk to a lot of people back then. I mean, he did, but he didn't like just sell dogs to anybody. I got Tate. He was a pup. And I listened to Carl, just listened to James, man. Then I met Fat Bill. I mean, I hadn't even got into out there yet. But just listen to all these three people, and then I met Barney Fife. So it's like I was just listening to these four dudes, man. I guess it really helped me. Well, it really did help me because I lost my first one, but I didn't know how to handle it. And the first one I lost, man, I went in the Harry Hargrove and JR. And if I think back now, if I knew how to handle, I could have won that show. I mean, but I didn't know how to handle and shit, man. I should have. I think back now, and it's just stuff I could have did. I probably could have won, but I didn't know what I was. I was in the box. I wasn't thinking. I made that mistake right there, which I ain't gonna call it a mistake, because I mean, no matter how much you know, I mean, you can't win them all. But I know I made a mistake back then, but I kind of did my homework, and I never lost again. I don't really use a mill. I do a whole lot of hand walking, swimming. It's like cross training, really. I mean, I do more walking than anything, sprinting. Kind of work I do. You'll be in shape as damn self when you get to the joint. You'll be able to go too if you have to. But it ain't never been nothing like that. I don't want to argue with nobody, nothing. But it's a whole lot of work, man. And I can't say it really paid off because I ain't really never. It wasn't about the money. I had other people make more money than I did. I wanted to win. Like I said, I'm sitting here in a damn old ass house right now, falling apart and shit. I ain't never really made no money off these dogs. I sold dogs that were ready to. I bred dogs that were champions, and I sold dogs. I think back now, I sold them too cheap. I mean, I sold dogs that were ready to go for $800, and people thought something was wrong with it because I didn't want a lot of money, but I was just trying to be fair, and. I bred Champion Rap. I think I sold Rap ready to go for $800. He was 18 months old. I bred Champion Gypsy. I sold her ready to go for $800. Champion Complete. Sold her ready to go for $800. And he's a good damn dog. I mean, Rap is on the Champion Pitbull Reporter. Champion Buddy is on the tape. He was on, I can't remember the magazine. He got put on the cover of the magazine. It's just... I just done some dumb shit, man. Like, far as I never try to make any money off these dogs, but it pissed me off now because I look back and I should have. These other people, like, I ain't trying to say no names, but you got these breeders out there that sell pups for $1,000 and people don't ask you. They don't ask no questions, and they might be off the dog, they ain't done shit. And then a person like me, schooled out dog, they think something wrong with it, want to question you for like 2 hours. So. I pretty much stopped selling dogs, man. I really don't do it anymore because the game ain't like it used to be. Like back when I met you, Reese, I mean, it was pretty cool back then. But I really wasn't. I was out there doing my thing. I wasn't really trying to sell no dogs. But I sold a puppy, I used it in somebody I knew. But other than that, man, I can't really. I just did my thing, man. That's it. Like you said, I run with Hargrove a bunch. I didn't mess with a lot of people down here. I fought with Harry. Harry used to back me up. Harry had the loop. He lived about 45 minutes from me. Harry had that dope, and he knew I was coming. He knew I was coming right. I mean, I might have like 600 because I worked. I had bills and shit, and Harry might have like $3-4 grand. He take all side bets. We leave there. I mean, shit, I have all little chunk, and Harry have a knot. But and then I got one dude, man. He's like my brother. His name's John Jones. He down here. He's a white dude. White dude. My real brother, I found out I had he in Ohio, and he really ain't shit. But I don't fuck with nobody down here, man. I got my homeboy John, man. He's like a brother to me. That dude done a whole lot to help me. He lived down toward Emerald. He got some real nice dogs too. I don't know if he up here, but shit, other than that, man, I really don't. I got a mad friend. I got a bunch of friends at home, but they all live out of town. Around here where I met in Kirchner, some dude named Sid, he told me about your podcast. Reese, and then it's I don't think Sid got dogs anymore. It's a guy named Mike down here I know, but shit, my bro John, man, he got some real nice shit. As a fact, he just gave me a nice bitch and a pup, man. I was hooking him up, you know, dude wanted, you know, hot dollar, you know, I told him about the bitch, and he bought the bitch, and he threw him a pup, and then he was like, yo, this you know. I was like, what? He gave him to me, man. It's right around Christmas. I was like, damn, that's pretty like a head. And he spent some loot, man. I got the bitch out there. I got the pup in the house right here. I'm about to choke this little motherfucker. He tearing shit up. Hey, yeah! He's bred good, though, man. He's, matter of fact, the dog he's off is down from Florida. I got seen you carried on the Reese, but it's the only breed he ever done. This dog, can't think of the damn dog's name, man, because like I said, John got the pup. But he ain't never been bred for one time. He's supposed to go to the dance, but I think it got canceled. But some guys in Florida got this dog, man. He's bred out the ass. This is the sorry to this pup. And then mom, she's a good. Matter of fact, the dog's topside. Some of that, I think some of that goes back from the Stone City stuff. Polio, Red Boy. Shit, that's about it, man. Like I said, I got I still got hounds, and I'm gonna have hounds till I die. And I just ain't got the loot, man, to do what I want to with these motherfuckers. Like I mean, if I had the money I wish I had, I'd be a millionaire right now from this, the shit I done did with these dogs and everything. But I just kind of like always been the working man. I want disability now for my back. I hurt my back when I used to work the dogs. I work too, man. I do weightlifting and I done dumb shit, took steroids, and when I worked the dog, I mean, I was working myself too, and I messed my back up. And I still can get around and everything. I mean, I still, I pick up 50-pound bag of dog, but I just can't pick up two and throw them over my shoulder like I used to. And like I said, I still get around and everything. I'm doing good, man. Well, I thought, dude gave me a podcast and everything. I got a chance to talk to you the other day. I'm gonna look at it now. See these.
Hey, Tony.
Can you hear me, Reese?
Yes, sir. Okay, Tony, here's another question. I just had, I'm going to pull up the tombstone.
Say again?
The Snooty tombstone?
Yeah, Atlas Brewer gave me that when I took Tate up there, man. He was, shit, man. He about to cry. He thought he was looking at Snooty. He thought he was looking at Snooty and shit, because Tate looked so much like Snooty. And, shit, man, when he gave me that, I was shocked like hell. Because this is the South down here, and I think, you would think, back then there was a whole lot of racist shit, and I thought he was just one of them good old boys who wouldn't, me being black, I ain't expect him to do no shit like that, but, I mean, he was cool as hell, man. He saw Tate. He was like, let me show you something. I walked back there, and he was like, this is where Snooty's buried. I was like, oh, shit. And, shit kind of choked me up, I was like, damn. He was like, you want that? I was like, what? He's like, you want that too? You want this headstone? I said, man, I don't want to be, disrespectful. Right? I mean, not right. I was about to say right. Mr. Brewer, I said, man, I don't want to take nothing like that. I mean, that's when he rested that. He's like, no, son, you take it. So he gave it to me, man. I brought it at home and I put it on dresser shelf thing. And I mean, I didn't keep it. I had it outside for a minute, but I was so damn proud of it. I brought it in the house. I was like, man, I don't want nothing to happen to it. And I just kept it inside, man. I brag about it and everything. A lot of people don't know about it.
I took my picture with it, didn't I, Tony? I lost it, but I have my picture with it. And this has been a long time ago.
I forgot to put that picture up here, man. Man, it's been, I'm working this little dog right now for a little confirmation show, and go ahead, Reese.
No, go ahead.
But yeah, I said I'm working this little dog right now for a show, and it's been working hell out of me. Like I said, I don't have a tread. I want a treadmill now because I'm older now. It ain't easy. I used to be walking like 20 miles. I mean, I think I walked 15 miles yesterday. I mean, 7.5 going, 7.5 back, and that shit, man. You get up 20 miles and shit, and I mean, I've done this shit where it's been raining. I'm carrying an umbrella. People riding by me looking at me like I'm crazy. But that shit pays off, you know, because, you know, the other man, he ain't out in the rain walking the damn dog or, you know. So, you know, you know, it's getting harder. I like to get a proper meal. Like I said, I can't afford that shit no more. You know, I get disability ain't a whole lot. I mean, it's nothing to live off of, but, you know, I like a carpet meal. And then I like to have a good treadmill too because it does help. I don't believe in putting a dog on no meal like no hour or two like that. I think it runs the mouth out of them. Harry used to do that shit, man. He had some nice strong dogs, and then he put them on the fucking meal, and he go in the house and he watch Sanford and Son and shit like that. And I go home and come back, and the damn dog still be on the fucking meal. Be like, damn me 3 hours. I'm like, Harry, man, what do you know? You know, and the dog has some wind, but it's like they lose strength, man. And I know Harry know a lot more than I do. But I try to tell him, I said, man, it's like these motherfuckers you see running these marathon races. They run for miles and miles, and they skinny as shit. But then you see these guys that sprint, you know, real short, and look how strong they look. You know, that's one thing I do with dogs. I do sprints, but I don't believe in putting the dog on no meal for no 2-3 hours. And some people do that shit and they give him roars, and I think it messes the dog up. I've seen some dog, you know, you do it a short period of time and then hand walk and do other stuff, you can bring his dog in right. You know, I do the foot pole, you know, like I said, I don't have a meal, so I do a lot of hand walking. I run with him, you know, do foot pole. It's a little creek by my house, so I can, you know, put him in there, let him swim and walk beside him with the leash on the harness. It's just like cross training, you know, but these guys just throw the dog on the meal, you know, 2 or 3 hours. To me, that's, you know, that's not. Some people call it work, but to me, it's not. You know, it ain't the shit I do is work. I mean, you getting work too. I mean, I'm out there when I start that dog off, and I'm done with that dog. My ass feel like $1 million too. I mean, you'll be in shape your damn self, and it pays off, man. It really does. And, I learned a whole lot from. He dead now, rest in peace. Ben Calafi, Barney Fife. He taught me a lot too, man. His keep was kind of like that. It wasn't a lot of meal work. It was mostly hand walking, weight pulling. And you know, I think I had sent you a picture of that black bitch, a Charming bitch I worked. And you see how that bitch looked. That bitch, she almost. Tom Garner saw that picture. That bitch looked like Charming, you know.
Yes, sir.
Shining and shit, and people see that like, damn, how the hell you do that, you know? I mean, it's hard work, man, but it pays off when that dog's done. That damn dog look like $1 million, and then you got to get dog, man. You can win. And something Jay Mills taught me, man. I can beat. I'm not, you know, like I said, I ain't never lost for one, but I mean, I could probably take a dog that might be a cur and beat somebody that's got a better dog just on condition. You know, just on condition. That's a weird thing to say, but I ain't never had to take no dog to secure and try no shit like that. I mean, I wouldn't try that shit, but I'm just, you know, some shit James Mills had told me, man. He said he could do it, and I think I can too. I could take at least beat somebody with a better dog just on condition. You know, like, see, especially they just don't throw their dog on the treadmill 2 or 3 hours and shit. While I'm out there busting it on the road and pulling chains and doing, you know, flirts and doing the what do you call it, the hide and all that shit, man. That's a whole lot of work, man. And then these guys ask me how much you charge for a dog, and I'm work a dog, and I don't know what to tell them. I mean, I have told them prices that, you know, they be like, I'll be like, you know, give me $1,000, and I don't even think that's enough. I mean, they'll go somebody like I ain't gonna name no names. I don't want to disrespect nobody. They'll go these big time dog breeders and fellas and throw them whatever they want. And this motherfucker just gonna put the dog on the meal, basically, and get all that money. And then the shit I put in, I mean, I think it's worth twice as much as that. You know, it's just a whole lot of work, man. But, hey, y'all quit. But that's about it, man. I mean, I don't know, pretty much what I can say. I just, you know, I can brag on my record, but I ain't know these other motherfuckers got all this money and shit. I ain't never made no money.
Hey, Tony.
Yo.
Hey, tell them about me and your encounters. Tell them when I want to go look at one, who do I usually come to?
Me?
Tell them if it pass our test, we know they're gonna be winners, don't we?
Yeah, hey, look, man, you taught me a whole damn lot. That keep you gave me, bro. I mean, y'all. I mean, shit. To me, y'all the damn legends. I mean, you said a few people talking about me being a legend. I don't consider myself no legend, but I mean, y'all, man, the dogs y'all had and the shit y'all did, man, that's legendary. The keep you gave me, I feel you know, that's another thing, man. That, like, I had a keep, but then what you gave me, plus what I already had, oh, my gosh. Man, that shit like that was like this damn secret G14 shit. Really started tearing motherfuckers' ass up. It's like guys around here in my area now, I'm surprised because they doing it. You know, back then I was the only one around here that really, you know, I'm like the godfather around this motherfucker. You know, the other motherfuckers didn't, you know, they had like straight crosses and all kinds of shit. But the motherfuckers right here doing this shit too, that little shit. And I got a few guys, man, hit me up, you know, and they in my price range, but it's kind of to me, I feel like I'm taking advantage of them, like I'm going in as far as Gump. It's just like taking candy from a baby. Because I know I own a lot more than these motherfuckers, you know, think that, you know, they don't show the respect. I mean, and it's like I can easily, but it's not like going into real competition. I mean, you know, I like going to somebody where I can, you know, it's going to be something, you know. I don't want to just feel like I'm taking advantage of somebody, which, I don't know, with the gas prices and shit going up, I might have to get in their ass. I'm going to have to buy me a damn horse sold away the way the gas prices going up and all this other shit. But I got I hunt behind my house, man. I got deer out here, squirrels and shit. So I do a lot of hunting, I do a lot of fishing. Hey, quit, man! I'm about to choke these damn dogs. Damn puppy here jumping on the damn ruffle. Quit! But yeah, man, I got I'm out here in the country too. That's another thing I like. I got family in Ohio, Cincinnati, all over up there. Family from down here moved up there. They want to move up there, man. But I know, like, you know, I got my dogs. I got game chickens too. I got my roll. I got my pigeons. I got pigeons that come from Mike Tyson. You know, I got rollers that spin in the air. I didn't get them straight from Tyson, but I got them from a guy. It's a breeder I know. It's an old guy living around here named Danny Humphrey. You know, so he got a bunch of pigeons, and he talked to Tyson one night on the phone. Tyson knew him, and he got like 6 pair of rollers, and I got like 3 pair of phones. And they got the band on them, say Tyson's Corner. And I mean, fast as I want to move up north, man, I ain't really got the loot. You know, if I can move up there and find a place out in the country in Ohio, I'll move up there. But I just, I can't be living in the city and have all my animals and shit. So I'm down here, you know, right now in North Carolina. And like I said, it ain't really, he ain't around here. I don't know if Mr. Brewer's still living. I thought about going to see him the other day. Called me, was he in the nursing home. He got, I forgot what that shit called.
Dementia.
Dementia. He got dementia. So he wouldn't know me right now if he, you know, heard me talk. If he talked to me, if he heard my voice, so I went to see him. And, you know, Harry in the nursing home, man. Like I said, I've been talking to Harry, man, and I told him he can come stay with me. Shit. You know, his own phone put him in the nursing home, and I, you know, I got a 3-bedroom house. You know, it ain't it ain't in the. It's fine inside, but I got leaks in the roof. I got to get the whole front roof replaced. We're talking about $2,500, and I got a leak in the living room. I got to put a fucking bucket and shit down. I got a leak in the dining room, so I got to get this roof fixed. But I told I sleep on the damn couch. I mean, I told Harry he can come stay with me if you want to, man, because family put him in nursing home. Hey, y'all, quit, man. Stop. Puppy's crazy too. That's my brother John got it. But yeah, man, I want to so hey, come stay with me if you want to. He even like he in Pink Hill, man. I went to see him a couple of weeks ago. He probably might be 30 minutes from me, maybe 25 minutes. His family put him in some nursing home and shit. His own people. He let them move in his trailer, and then he had a little camper shell beside the trailer. Damn bitch ass daughter, they put him in the damn camping shed and they in the trailer. And he started talking shit. I guess he kind of got, you know, tired of that shit. And then they had him put in the nursing home. So, that, you know, that shit ain't right in the young family like that. And I had talked to him, I mentioned,
yeah, I'm still here. Hey, here's another question for you. The Tate Renny breeding.
Oh yeah, man, that produced star winners.
Yeah,
They put on Tate or Renny, and matter of fact, I let Harry get Renny after I beat Ratliff in his own backyard. But yeah, when I bred Tate to Renny, man, that produced nothing but winners. The whole fucking little one. I think there's a couple champions out of that too. If you click on Tate, click on Offspring.
Oh, we've been sitting here going through them, bro. I've been pulling them up here. We've been sitting here going through your pedigrees, man. Right now, I'm on Renny. Now, remember when you took this picture? I seen Renny, man. You know, we used to we used to sit there and look at both of them motherfuckers. You ever thought that it would be that it would come to that, man? Because I remember when they were like young dogs. Remember, we always talked about Miss Renny. She was a bad little bitch.
Renny from James. I can't even see. Hold on, I'm trying to pull up. I can't get the hold on, let me make this thing bigger. Can't see the top of it. Yeah, I got Renny from James Edwards, man. This dude named Rick Wade. He wanted to kill me. He's white though. He somebody bought Sadie, Renny's mother, and then when she got older, they said she was a Kirk. Brought her back to James. They were going to shoot her. James said, "Bring her back to me." And James had patience, man. I think she was maybe about 16 months old, and James sat on her. Wait till she turned, the age, and then he got, I think Gary Dowdy, which is a hell of a damn conditioner, man. He taught me a lot too. He used to mess up on the play. Gary Dowdy came and got her, looked at her, and James Fish ain't no Kirk, So they put her out there, and I think she went in the Ed Fine and had a dog named Mean Jolene. It was that Lucifer shit, and Sadie killed her ass, and then Ed Fine bought the bitch. He bought Sadie, and then he bred her. I think he bred her Renegade. Wait a minute, hold on. No. The dude that beat Ed Fine, he took Sadie up there and bred Renegade, and he got all the pups females, and he let Ed get the two males, and then James had called me up, said, "Tony, I got these pups out here," and Renny was about 6 weeks old, and I went up there, and James like, he wanted $200 for them pups, man. I was like, damn, and they were I think Sadie was a champion there. So I was like, shit, $200, and I wish I had the money, man. I would bought the whole lit. I got hurt. She was a pup, she was a quiet one. I usually take out the real quiet shower, I don't like to take out the one that's in there jumping on all of them and doing all that shit. James always told me, he's like the one that's in the corner by itself, the real shower and kind of acting like a grown dog, So I picked her out, and like I said, when I brought her home, first time I looked at her with Harry, fuck this shit up. This shit that made me, she would do shit that made me want to get out of this shit. I would feel sorry for the other motherfucker. I'm like, damn, man. Attack the motherfucker in the back. You all right, bro? You all right, this shit. That bitch was deadly. Just like Willie, the dog I sold, Harry that produced Champion Gus. I got Willie from James Melvin. That motherfucker the same way. He do shit to dogs, man. I'm like, God, I'm like, damn, God, I'll be coming in the house praying at night, like, Lord, I'll be going this to people. I was bragging on it because motherfucker just doing shit like, break a damn dog's shoulder. And I think Harry he broke his shoulder in like 16 minutes. And Harry tried to bomb in. I was like, nah, man. He kept coming at me. I was like, nah, man, I'm keeping this dog. You need that Molly B, man. That Molly B shit. That's some dangerous shit to get a good one. You get a good one, that shit is nasty as hell. And, I had a dog named Flex I got from James Mills. He wanted one. Hey, quit, man. I'm about to kill this damn puppy, man. Motherfucker, you ain't gonna make it till you get old. You better quit. I'm about to choke this motherfucker out. But I had a dog named Flex up off of James Mills. And then I bought his brother Tango. And then James always called me when he thought he had, he wouldn't just call anybody. James, he did cuddle, but he called certain people when he got certain pups in, and he felt like shit could, win. I mean, he had plenty of damn good dogs he sold, but he got that real special shit he had a feeling about. He called me on the phone, and I go up there, it'd be $200 a pup, That's how, and that's how I met Harry, man. Harry had got in some trouble. He took a whole lid up there off of Champion Clark. Clark was straight on the roof. These dogs about 6, 7 months old. And James called me up. $250. These dogs were out for Champion. I mean, back then you could have paid more than that for a damn dog. I mean, it was more than that. But James just looked out for me. Just like Carl looked out for me on tape. The price he gave me on tape, a lot of people couldn't have got him for that. But he knew I was trying to get in the game, and I didn't have a lot of money, but I had a lot of fucking sense, Not bragging on myself, but, And then I got this one dog from James. I couldn't get the whole litter, man. He had them all separated, 6 months old. I got one name. His name's Bear. And then he had a straight fucking son of Champion Tonka Bear up there. He wanted $500 for him. He was about 7 months old. I bought him Tonka Boy. You know, and I ended up making a one-time win out of him. Like, I think I won that one thing in like 3 minutes, 50 seconds. It was the shortest match in the journal, that issue. I mean, he was like Tyson, man. He'd go in and hit you in the chest, and you couldn't even see his face. I mean, he gave you a point in, it's pretty much over with. That's how I got it with Harry. When I got Tonka Boy, I mean, it's bad. We had house phones, man. I called a fucking operator. I knew Harry stayed near me. I didn't know where he stayed. I said, look, I'm trying to get on this gentleman's name, Mr. Hargrove. I said, I know you can't give me his number. I said, but can you give him my name and tell him to call me? And that's what she did. And Harry called me, and I told him my name. And I told him what I had. I said, I got a son of Crocker over here, and I got this dog off Champion Tonka Bear. You bred both of them. He's like, you got them puppies? I was like, yeah. And he came to my house. That's how I met him. But he took all these dogs to James to pay for his legal shit because he had gotten some, I think it's something that got busted or something. One of the shows where he got popped. And he took all these dogs to James, man. And like I said, I think back now, I wish I had the money. I would have bought that whole fucking litter. I mean, I got Tonka Boy. I'll tell you, James on time. And I got, and all them damn dogs off the crop ended up winning, man. I got whole litter one. The one I got named Bear, he made champion. I think I let Harry get him back out of respect, man. I think Harry won 2 with him. JR won 1 with him. But I kept Tonka Boy. I won with him. And then them guys, this guy named T-Mac and Barney Flack's brother, what the motherfuckers called St. Benedict. They came down and I had video that they saw Tonka Boy. They came and bought him, and then I ain't making no excuses. They lost with him, but they took him 2 pounds up heavy. I told him his weight. I think he was 43. They took him in 45, and like I said, you know, I ain't making no excuses. You know, he might have. I think they picked him up. You know, they said he quit. But you know, I know when I had that motherfucker. You know, I never got to see if he was game, but that motherfucker could do it quick. I mean, you know, he never had to go along with me, and I think I can't remember what time they went, but it wasn't short. But you know, they sent me a picture of him, man, but he done. I was like, man, in my opinion, he don't look. That's too much weight. You know, that's just what I told him. I mean, I got a picture of that motherfucker. Matter of fact, I forgot seeing his picture in bed, and he was right. He looked kind of funny because his head was so damn big. Like that motherfucker would have just fell over. His head was so big, and he was long. But he was short. He was short-legged. That motherfucker, man, I'm telling you, he could do it, man. I had hounds here, and I had homies back then, and I wouldn't look at him with them. I won't brag him, but I said, look, man, I won't look at his hound. Well, I got one of the I'm like, man, you don't want to do it, but I said, I ain't bragging, but I love you. I said, this motherfucker gonna hurt you. You know, and I said, I ain't no damn vet. You know, you patch your shit up, but you know, and I would get Harry in them old times. You know, I'd get Harry. I like Harry, but still, you know, I know he was gonna come some shit. So you know, I would always roll on Harry with JR. I ain't like JR ass. I still don't like that motherfucker for some reason, man. He always been kind of conceited, and I ain't gonna talk bad about him. I just don't know something about that motherfucker I don't like. He got popped, and then I wasn't going around wrestling shows. Niggas still let him come around like, yo, come up here. Is JR gonna be here? I'm like, hell no. And that's something else I can brag about. I ain't never been in those situations where, you know, I ain't never had them cups on me or had to worry about no shit like that. You know, it's like, hey, quick, man. Just gotta watch the people you hang around, man. You have to be careful. But shit, like I tell you, I remember back in the day, hell, we should do it right by the road. I had the box right there. This when the shit wasn't hot, you know. I had the box right here in my backyard. The cars going by, shit. We just bend down when the car go by. The motherfuckers didn't even care about that shit back then. You know, it wasn't even a misdemeanor. They didn't care. The feds started caring. The motherfuckers started messing with these drugs and getting caught, and then they missed court. Then you go to their house and they got 50 dogs in the backyard and shit. And they got their search warrant. He's like, damn, this motherfucker got a lot of dogs back here and shit. You know what I mean? That's when shit started getting, you know, tight and shit. You know, I always worked, man. I probably could have been out there. Also, one time when I got laid off, and I didn't even have her, like, shit, I was like 19. I had like 3 or 4 dogs, and I got my job back. So, you know, even when I had a chance to do dirt, I didn't never do it, man. I just struggled. You know, I had a little paycheck, come up with loot to do dogs, it'd be cheap. And like I said, that's where Harry came in. You know, then I could get in the competition because anybody want to go with nobody didn't have it like 400 or 500 to put up. I just didn't have the money, man. You know, I had a family and shit. I had a daughter, I had a girl, you know, I had bills to pay. I worked 9 to 5, you know, $10 an hour wasn't shit. So, I mean, I just, I had knowledge in the game. I just didn't have the money like the other guys got. You know, they make all this money and, you know, even Tate was a champion, man. I was asking like $300-400 for a pup. He's a full champion. And he still got to hear shit. I mean, I think Garner was getting money back then. You know, these niggas still want to question you. You got a champion on the yard. You got $300-400. And these motherfuckers still want some kind of fucking resume. You know, a lot of them I just hung up on. Like, look, man, just kiss my ass. You know, if you ain't got $400 to pay for a pup off the champion, you don't want no damn puppy. You know, never try to, you know, sell no pups or no 1,000 or nothing like that. You know, just try to, you know, do it the right way. Well, I thought it was the right way, and it didn't ever work out. I'm like, yo, man, just hit me back with a pup. The pup work out. That shit didn't ever work. Motherfucker might win 1 or 2, then they call me up years later trying to get another pup. Remember me? I bought so-and-so from them. Like, yeah, nigga, you supposed to throw me a pup back too. The dog dead now. The dog done won 1 or 2 and dead, and they try to come back and get a pup. I'm like, nah, you kissed my ass. You know, I looked out for you one time. You know, You know, motherfucker, you can't, like you talking about trust the other day. I listened to that thing you was talking about, man. You can't trust. The only person I trust around here is, like I said, my brother, man. His name's John Jones. And, kennel name, damn, he lived by the ocean. I can't think of his damn kennel name, but if John, you up here, man, type, you know, chat, put you the kennel name, man. He got a little right now, man. It's good as shit. I mean, the dog, the damn granddaddy produced, and he bought the granddaddy, and he got son off. He gave me a bitch off breeding he did, but she got my old stuff on the bottom, the Renny stuff, and Willie. And he just did another breeding. He's up here. I told him about the podcast, man. I don't know if he's up here. He can hear me now, but his name's John Jones, man. He's Riptide. I think his kennel name is Riptide. He come up with that because he's there. He's right there by the ocean. But yeah, that's Jaws, right? Oh my God, that motherfucker right there that's another one, man. Jaws. You there, Reese?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. I got you. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that picture you showing right there. Oh my God, that motherfucker right there. Man, he going to your ass in and will make a home back there and tear your ass up. I won a couple off the chain with him. I ain't really counting. I got guys around here. This one dude named Mike, he still got dogs. He got champions and shit now. A dude named Mike Hawkins. I can't think of his other side Kennels. He in Kingston. But I bust their ass with Jaws. And they had a dog, and man, it went like shit. It was like Tonka Boy. Probably about 2 minutes. And they had picked up, and then he had a couple of guys with him. And he had about 4 head with him. And Mike wasn't talking shit. His boys was talking shit. You know, they picked up and they, we'll be back. I remember Mike looking at motherfuckers from there. I'll be down. He said, we gonna come back with something. Mike said, I'll be down. That shit, he had about 20 dogs. He said, I ain't bringing shit back. You motherfuckers come back and I end up I let some guys from Ohio get. I wish I kept all these dogs. Like I said, at the time I need loot. I had bills to pay. I let some guys from Ohio get them. They won. They championed him out, but then they went in the. I know you know this guy. I never met him. This guy named Pizza Man, and they lost to him. I forget. I can't remember the details. I remember they said they lost to Pizza Man. He was a good dog man at the time. I never met him, but I heard about him. He's up there like Latino Ray and all them. Which that's where I went and won a championship with Tate. Me and Harry went to Latino Ray place with beating this dog named Champion Titan. And Latino Ray cool, man, but they tried to get us. They tried to turn the heat up on us. We was in the basement. We was in this damn neighborhood in Delaware. I had never been out of North Carolina. Went to Delaware, me and Harry. And we went to his house, and they had a basement. And we were sitting down there, man, and we had taken the box, and all of a sudden, after about 20 minutes, I started getting hot as shit in that motherfucker. And Tate started paying. I was like, what the fuck? Harry's like, he's trying to heat up on us. He's trying to make him hot. And I was like, yo. And I called the dude. I said, man, it's hot back here, you know. He's like, yeah, turn the heat down. The motherfucker started. And then he told the other dude, get up on the door. You know, talking that shit. I said, they talking shit about her. So said, you heard, so I don't know what they're saying, but yeah, I think they talking mess about us. You know, the motherfucker tried to get her, turn the heat up in the house and shit. Well, you know, hey, quick, man. Motherfucker got my turbo on. Put my hat down. I'm gonna kill this damn person, man. I love me to death with bread out, eat bread out the ass. I'm gonna see his pedigree. But, yeah, shit, man, he bodied, he bodied mechanic. First guy we went into was Willie Nelson. They picked up, second dude, they picked up mechanic. They lost him. And then Titan, he was a champion, man. Some dude named Kevin Ortega on him, man. I think Tino Ray was his cousin. We beat Titan. And you know what, man? His damn girl jumped in the box. We in the basement. That's why you don't take a chick for a fucking show. I tell these motherfuckers, don't take your girl. You know, because evidently he was like their pet too, and then she jumped in when Tate had him down. He had Tate down first. Tate was on the bottom, shaking the shit out of that motherfucker. He's doing like some horse gracious shit. The motherfucker like, damn, he's on the bottom and still controlling. I was like, yeah, motherfucker. And then Tate ended up getting him down, and dude, girl, jumped in the box. You better stop it right now, you motherfucker. I said, oh shit, here we go. Dude had to grab her ass and Ray, Latino Ray. But I thought, you know, talking that shit. You know, I don't know what he's saying. But whatever he's saying, he would piss the fuck off. And they ended up stopping it, man. And every time we all left the box, we take, it'd be some motherfuckers in there with an IV over the dog. I mean, he was that bad, man. I think one dog, with mechanic, he broke his, the dog, first dog went into Willie Nelson dog. This old guy, his name, they called him Willie Nelson. I don't know his kennel name now. He probably ain't still alive, rest in peace, but he was a cool old dude. But, shit, man, Tate broke like the dog in like 30-something minutes. He dislocated the dog's jaw, and he broke both front legs and broke one stifle. I mean, he was, you would never think that cross would work. Like, I mean, it would, well, you think it would work, but you never saw Red Boy as being a destructive mouth dog. You know Snooty. But evidently that cross, man, I don't know. It produced some damn freak of nature shit. And like I said, I bred in the Renny. All them dogs are winners. I let Harry get Renny. He bred her to Willie, the dog that produced Champion Gus. I let Harry get a lot of dogs I wish I would never let him get, man, because he never, you know, I thought he was a man's word. You know, we fell out because he bred Renny to Willie. I was supposed to split the litter just from him letting him get them two. He told me they died. And then JR called me. He said, them dogs getting died, man. And I seen the pups in the journal. And that shit kind of hurt me, man. I mean, it damn near made me cry. I thought me and Harry cool. So we fell off I ain't talked to Harry for about 3 or 4 years after that. And then he called me up one day and we started back talking and shit. But I never dealt business with him wise after that. He said, you got anything you want to get rid of? I'm like, nah, man, I'm good, you know. And I'm bad as I need the money. He made me a couple offers. He was trying to get back on my good side and get more dogs. And after what he did to me on that litter thing, I was like, no, gee, you know, I said, I got my pride too. Fuck the money. You know, I said, I'll be broke before I let that motherfucker, you know, and I don't mean to call him that, you know, but back then I said, I'll be broke or let the mother get another dog from, you know, another dog from me. You know, and I love him to death, man. You know, but like I said, to this day, if he wanted a dog to touch me, I probably wouldn't do it. But, you know, I told him he'd come stay with me, man. You know, he could be around. He can't have another bulldog anymore. Well, he can, you know, so I said, well, shit, nobody wouldn't know. I don't know if they check on him or what. He had, like, stray dogs there. And he just can't have a bulldog, so, but he, you know, at least he'd be around the bulldogs if he was, you know, here at my place. I told him to come stay with me, man, because I know he ain't happy in that damn nursing home. Shit his daughter did, but, I don't know, man. You got any questions? I'll answer them.
Yeah, here we go.
That one, let me say something real quick. That one thing you sent me about Tate, I didn't do him, man. When he got old, I retired him. This guy from Mississippi wanted to buy him and stud him out. And wasn't nobody here breeding to him. Everybody around here just hating. You know, I had Champion Tate sitting back there, and everybody now, they want that blood. But when I had him, you know, I had him up at stud, 500. You know, these niggas thought, you know, just hating. Just don't want to, you know, pay me money. You know, and then when I'll let you get 2 pups. I'm like, nah, that shit don't work. You know, I tried that a bunch of times. You know, the little die or you'll never hear from the motherfuckers. But I let this guy from Mississippi get him. And Tate was probably, shit, man, he might have been 7 or 8. And this motherfucker said he wanted him for stud fee. Well, he goes and man shows him. He went into the nastiest brother. And everybody think I did that shit. I didn't do that. Just like you thought I did. I didn't do shit, man. I would have never did that, you know, to a dog of his age, you know, and better than he was, the way he was bred and he had already, you know, put in work. This motherfucker goes out and does him, and the dog got him takes nuts, so he picked him up just to save him so he could still breed him. You know, he tried to take wasn't down, he wasn't in no trouble, but the dog got his back in, so they stopped it. And so he scratched, and the other dog died now. The dog he lost to ended up dying. It was McNasty's brother, the owners of the dog. And I want to say the guy in Mississippi, man, he was big time moving shit. I had moved out of Mom's house, and I don't think I had no cell phone then. And he called Mama's house, and I was staying with this girl in Greenville. I had moved, but I still had dogs up here, and Mama just didn't get with me on it. She was working too, but he had got in some trouble. His girl was calling my house trying to get me to come get tape. That shit Mama had told me, I tried to get up with him. I think the guy that had beat Tape ended up buying him, and that's his brother. And I don't know what happened, how he ended up. I heard he died from some kind of eye infection, man. It could have been cured, you know. I think motherfucker just sent things to the vet. I don't know if McNasty's brother or the guy from Mississippi got him back, because I ended up talking to this guy from Mississippi. He hit me on Tez about a couple of months ago, asking me how everything said. I was like, no. Even though I got dogs, I could have, you know, I was like, no, Because, I mean, I do have, I could use the money maybe, but still, man, you gotta have feelings for these dogs, and I ain't trying to do no peddling and shit no more. Like, if somebody gets a dog from me, I'm gonna tear their face off. But I'm trying to build my yard up, because I had got sick. I had got pancreatitis, and I was in the hospital 21 days, man. I almost died. And my brother John, he had come up and fed the dog, but it was about a week before anybody knew where the fuck I was at. So some of my dogs had passed away because there wasn't nobody to feed them at the house. Nobody knows in the hospital. These motherfuckers, they had John Nimble, but they just didn't call him. And I think they give me something, man, because I walked in that hospital. Then I woke up in Greenville, and I was all, I had been in the hospital about 3 weeks, man. I think they gave me some fentanyl or something for pain, and it almost killed me. And when I came back home, I ain't had shit, man. John had fed my dogs. I had lost them, man. They had starved and shit. Well, nobody here to feed them and shit, So, I'm trying to start over. I got about 6 dogs right now, and I'm just slowly trying to do things back up, man. I got some good ones out there. Kind of like starting over, man. Really. And I got a few cats that's got dogs. I got a bunch of cats that's got my brother that I'm in the process trying to get dogs, get some of that stuff back. Cats want to give me dogs, give me pups. I'm like, I see how they play. I'm like, yeah, man. So I'm slowly building back up, but I'm trying to concentrate on my house, because I'm gonna be homeless like hell. That's another thing. I don't want to leave and move from here. I gotta get the money and fix my roof. I'm like 2,500 and shit. I ain't got it. But dogs good, man. I'm taking care of them and just taking it day by day. But I try to stay in shape. I walk. I got this type 2 diabetes, but as long as I don't drink a lot or drink or eat nothing sweet, I really ain't got to take the damn medicine and shit. I'm just working. I've been riding my bike and I'm working the dog. I really don't need to take shit as long as I stay away from that sugar shit. The sugar, can't be eating nothing sweet. Not like that. But I just try to stay in shape, man. Take care of my dogs and shit. I don't advertise. A lot of people hit me up, but I ain't advertising, selling nothing. I'm trying to do my yard like that. My brother John, man, he helped me out. He's like this nice female with 2 of them. I got this other female who got me Christmas quick, man. And this puppy got me. He got a nice little right now. I'm going to get one of them. He got a real nice little, man. He's sure up here. He's up here. He can do it though, because I told him about the podcast. I don't know if you put anything up here, but
I've been putting them up.
Man,
I've been putting a couple of them up.
I'm not selling no dogs right now. I'm trying to build my yard back. It's going to be a long time before I have anything to sell. I'm trying to take names and get back out there. Like I said, it's cats around here want to do something, but it's like I said, it's like taking something from a baby, man. It ain't no competition. I like the big names, you know. I want to go out there. So I say I went into so-and-so. I ain't trying to say I beat Joe Blow around the corner, you know. I try to keep it 100, man. Like I said, I stay away from a lot of people. Hey, this motherfucker got my damn shoes. You gotta put my shoe on. Hold on, man. I hate to say this shit while we talking. I'm like, chill, this damn fuck. Motherfucker told my talk to the other night. Hold on, I got my damn brand new shoes. Well, yeah, just take it day by day, man. You know, like that shit you talking about is trust. You can't trust too many people, man. I try that shit. Only person I trust now is my brother. You know, I trust him. I don't mess with nobody else, really. You know, what's some guys out of town that he'll call me up, you know, and I remember, like the guy you talking about, he hit me up, man. I can't hardly remember him, but he hit me this morning, and sent me a text. He had a dog off one of the first dogs I got, that rag dog bitch I got from Jane Rose and shit. I think I remember him, but I met so many people, man. It's hard to remember people. You know, people hit me up like, you remember I came there when you had that wolf? Did I have my wolf and y'all come up here, Reese?
Yeah, you know you had that damn big ass wolf.
yeah, but you know, like, yo, I remember you had that wolf, and then when they called me like, no, I came up there, you had a wolf. Like, maybe it's motherfucker.
That's how I knew.
Like, yeah, we came up there, and he slapped that cup out of my hand. I don't remember all that shit. When he come up here, yeah, he would probably did slap the cup out of your hand. I'm gonna go there with a big ass drink cup rubbing him like, man, you better move. They motherfucker, you go there and slap the shit out of the cup out of your hand. I'm like, damn. You back up, you know, it wouldn't hurt you, but he got a cup in your hand, he slapped the shit out of the motherfucker. So he passed away shit about 2 weeks after my mom did. 09, man, that shit fucked me up, man. I mean, he was sick, and I couldn't take him to the vet. He was so big, I couldn't put him in back in the truck, and then motherfucker, I don't know what he weighed, but he's probably close to 200 pounds, man. He was a DC all the time. He was a real wolf. And I couldn't take him to the vet, so the vet came to the house. And he tried to say it was heartworms, man. I said, man, I give him Ivermac every month, just like my dog. But he was like, yeah, but he's so big, you probably won't give him enough, which is probably true. I mean, he said he probably could have gave him the whole fucking tube. Because I was getting shit in the tube like for a horse. You give a dog a little bit, like you take the finger you point with, you put it on your finger, the line on your finger, and to that line, and that's what I was getting dogs. And I just give Zeus the same thing. And the vet said he had heartworms. I'm like, man, I give him Ivermac every month. So he said, well, you probably wasn't giving him enough. And that motherfucker died, man. I was staying in Banksburg, and I kept him here at the house. I would come here every day, feed the dogs I had here, and the ones I had there. I had 60 dogs, and that motherfucker died. Mama passed away. So, you know, I had a funeral for her, pay for all that. So I got a nice headstone and everything. And then 2 weeks later, he passed away. Man, that shit got me fucked up. You know, I was just in the bed, you know, just sleeping, just didn't want to do shit. And I buried that motherfucker. That was the biggest damn hole I ever dug in my life. Took me about 2 days to dig that hole, man. And I just, you know, I buried him, and he's still right there. Where I buried him at.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, look, that motherfucker, yo.
I got, one of the guys are asking, did you know any dog, man, up around the Goldsboro area?
Goldsboro. Yeah, it's a dude up there, man. They call him Noodles. I met him one time, man. He's his nickname. He got a bunch of Snooty stuff from the car. I think he still got that. And there's some guy named, it was a guy named Daryl Best that lives in Goldsboro. I don't know if he still got dogs. Him and there's a slim dude that run with him. I can't think of his name. Daryl Best, and I can't think of his buddy's name, his partner. But I think Daryl might still have dogs, man. I ain't talked to him in a long time. But I imagine there's a bunch of dog men up there, man, because there's a few of them around here in Kinston now. They're young boys, but they doing this shit, man. They got treadmills and shit, and I be hearing about the shows, you know. A show got rated up here probably about, it's been last year, man. They ended up getting it, people that were involved got dismissed. These damn dummies did something in the neighborhood, and when 5-0 rolled up, to think the dogs had already hit, the dogs in the process, they were getting down, and These motherfuckers called me from my town next day. Damn, you all right? You all right? What the hell are you talking about? You all right? I heard about this. That show that got rated, you know, in Kingston, man. I figured you were dead. This motherfucker, I'm Tony Wade. I said, that's Showtime at the Apollo shit. I don't go do amateur shit like that. I said, I don't know. And I didn't know shit about it. And then I found out about it. I said, man, you know, I just said, I ain't trying to take, you know, talk bad about them. I said, but them motherfuckers ain't no dog, man. I said, I deal with dog, man. You know, people like me on my level. I said, I don't deal with that amateur backdoor shit. So I really didn't know the details, and I found out one of the knuckleheads come up to my house wanted me to keep his dogs. I said, nah, ain't no way, bro. And he was in that shit. I was like, no, you ain't bringing shit up here. All right, man. So that was that. And they ended up getting their shit dismissed. Thank the Lord, because I was thinking there was going to be some heat then.
Well, here's another question. Guy wants to know, are you a breeder or a conditioner?
Both.
Say it again, bro.
I breed for myself. I don't breed to sell no shit. You know, even back then when I was breeding, people were like, how much you want? How much, you know? I said, well, I might sell, you know, you can't keep all of them. I sell one or two. I try my best to keep everything I had. Just like that take Renny, you know, I count them both, man. If I do breed, I don't breed a bitch just because she come in heat. Like bitches I got now, I let them go out. When I do breeding, it's for me. You know, it's not for the show and try to. I think I advertised one litter my whole life, and that's because I had two bitches off the champion tank. I bred one to Tonka board, and I bred one to take. And one bitch had 12, and one bitch had 13. I had 25 damn pups between two litters. And back then, Fat Bill had a magazine out, a little small magazine. And I told Bill that shit. He was like, damn, man, I think that's a fucking record. I said, man, I can't keep all these damn puppies. So I put that lid in there. And one of the dogs ended up in Russia. This, what's that kennel called? Heavy Metal Kennels, or it's some kind of rock and roll name. We got this damn dog got bred off that breed. Dog scarred, you know, I think it's legal over there. Dog scarred up like a motherfucker. But I consider myself both, man. I think you have to be. I mean, just like you both. You breeder and conditioner. I mean, you got to, you know, I think be successful in the dogs, and you can't just, you know. Some people buy a dog for somebody, and then they ain't taking that from them. They condition that dog, can't bring that dog and win. That's a condition. I mean, they really don't care about breeding. I mean, that's how this guy Gary Dowdy was, man. He didn't breed dogs, but he could go buy a dog from you and me, school it out, get it right, and champion that motherfucker out. That's what he would do. You know, he wasn't. You know, he didn't care about breeding. He might sell that dog. He might come to you or me and get another dog to put. You know, some people like that. But to answer that question, man, I'm kind of like both, you know.
I totally agree. I totally agree. We come up, man, let me see. Back in 82, we watched each other. We literally, you was in the game before I was. Literally.
No, you was just, no, man.
I'm telling you, because remember, when I went and seen James and them, remember, the Sheriff Powell brought me to your house. You was already in the dogs. When Sheriff Powell brought me to your house, I was just getting the dog.
You had the brat, because you bought about the crib, remember?
Yeah, but I had already been the dog.
Now, but you had the brat. Yeah, you had shit, man. You taught me shit. You gave me that damn key when you came by. Well, about 2 weeks later. So I consider you like I was looking up to you. When you came to my house, I was like, damn, you know. I seen the pads in your dogs and shit. I was like, shit. And you didn't know me because you had a guy in to keep your dog, and he wasn't taking care of him. I mean, y'all came down, went by and got him back. But I appreciate you saying that, man. I thought, you know, that keep you gave me, I still got it wrote down. And everything you told me, you taught me a bunch of shit.
Because me and you started, I started out knowing you in the 80s.
Yeah, I know.
And we always stayed in touch. Remember, every time I come down through there, I'm coming by your house.
Yep.
I have my pictures with my tombstone. I have my pictures with the wolf. Come on now. You saw Red Ace. You saw Brad. I mean, look at the dogs that you saw.
Yeah, man. I showed you. Y'all have some good dogs, man. I like that bitch Brad, man. That bitch nasty.
But see, you always had good dogs, Tony. You just didn't never see it. Look, let me tell you something. You are almost like Mr. Green. Everybody know the story about Mr. Green.
Right.
Mr. Green created that Jocko stuff. Okay?
Right.
You created more champions than I did.
So, true that. I did breed a lot of dogs that made champions.
You won more matches in a winning streak than I did. Yet nobody, the game has already given you, legendary status. When I told you was a legend in the game, and you looked at me like I was crazy. You looked at me like I was crazy.
Man, some people say that shit, and I'm like, well, I see that, people got all that money and shit in the big ass house, and motherfuckers them bought getting $1,500 for a pup and all that shit,
No, you just wanted to win. That's all you wanted to do. You wanted to win. Let me tell you something.
Yeah,
I got one question for you. I got one question for you, and I know every guy, especially black guy in the room, want to know. When you was making all this money winning the matches with Harry, was he
making all the money, not me?
That's what I was gonna ask you. Did he ever chunk you off a chunk of change, man, for these wins you was doing?
Not really, man. He just no, that's nothing I can say. He never broke me off shit, man. I would get whoever had the spot, he would break them off because just what I won was enough, just to get by. I'm like, $500 and have my G's, and he paid, he take all his side bets, he paid his whatever the rest was, and he didn't give me shit. I mean, funny story, we got caught. Well, we almost got caught, man. We coming back from Delaware, tape ran between us after we beat that champion Titan dog, and Harry was speed. We were gone less than 48 hours. We got Delaware, did that shit, and came right back home. We didn't stay nowhere. We didn't get no room. We'd always sleep in the van. We wouldn't get no hotel, nothing like that. We went out of town. But we were coming back, and state trooper stopped us, and tape was laying between us. He was tired of shit. He had a blanket over him. And I was like, oh, fuck. We had just came, just moving to different, getting out of Delaware. And, Harry got out and walked through. You look at Harry, man, he's like a, kind, elderly gentleman. So he got out and met the trooper, walked back to his apartment, and I was sitting in the damn van. I was sweating like hell like a little fuck. He's like, yeah, you're going a little fast. I heard the whole conversation, and he's like, as I got to talk, just slow down, I was like, oh, take my hand right between his eyes, put the blanket over and cover him up completely. Well, that trooper would have walked up there and said, what's under the blanket? And so I'll take shit, man. We went to prison. We went to jail at least. But nah, man, that's one thing I can say. That's why I'm saying I love Harry, man, but I won't never fuck with him on that dog level because he, I go there with 500, leave there with a G. Harry go there with $3,000 and leave there with maybe $8,000. And wouldn't give me another fucking thing. He might say, are you hungry? Nah, man, I'm good,
Okay.
So,
hey, Tony.
I ain't talking bad about him, but, I wouldn't ask him for shit. I was just happy I won.
Hey, Tony.
Nah, he ain't never looked out with me like that, And I sold him dogs that, like I said, he's wrong. I sold the dog, this damn Rufus dog. I had a Rufus bitch, man. It's bad as shit. Now, I know I had a Rufus dog, inbred like hell. I sold him, and he produced the dog. This guy named, what's this guy's name? He put a magazine out, man. He walked he got in a motorcycle accident. O'Shea. He had a dog named Champion. I sold Harry the dog that produced that Champion. I can't think of that dog's name. But O'Shea had a magazine out, too. And it didn't stay out long. They ended up raiding him. He didn't go to court for something. He had a weed plant growing in his backyard and a treadmill. And they found all the cops did. It was a nice magazine, man. He's putting it out right here in the Carolinas. He had the shows in there like treadmill races or something. I can't. If anybody listens, they probably know. They know what I'm talking about. I can't see them. I can't even see the chat. But well, yeah, I just saw it now. But yeah, he had I cannot think of the name of that dog. But that was just another example of a dog I sold Harry that produced another champion. And, he never looked out for me on that stuff, man.
Hey, they asked
never
him.
Gave me a pup. Even like I said, even lied to me. So when he pups died when I was supposed to get half the litter, I never got shit from him. I did nothing but sell him good dogs. And I ain't talking bad about him, man. I love him to death, but he just had a weird way of doing business. I guess he figured him winning all that money was like some kind of gift from me to him or something. I can tell you what, if I call that motherfucker on the phone and say, Harry, I got one, he would take my word. Most people, he'd say, well, bring him up here, let me look at him. Not me. If I said I had one, he was like, you found anybody? I said, yeah, well, if I, if I ain't had nobody, he'd find him. He said, well, let me see what I can do. You got him, and he found somebody, he said, get him ready. And I'll be 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks. He's like, have him ready in 6 weeks. He wouldn't even come look at the dog. He'd just take my word. And like I said, always, well, I come.
Okay, Tony, somebody want to know, how'd you get the wolf?
How'd I get what now?
How did you get the wolf?
Oh, the wolf. I bought him, it's a magazine come out every Friday out here. It's called the Carolina Bargain Trader. And people will put, it still come out now. Come out every Friday. They got a free classified. And somebody, I always look in the pet section. Trying to do what he damn fingers. And I looked in the pet section. Somebody had in there wolf hybrid pups. It was 2. And I went up there, man. It was Sanford, North Carolina. It was a kennel called Mr. Wolf Kennels. And what they did, they showed hybrids, which was mixed. They were like wolf and Malamute. Well, they had, out of all the hybrids they had a pure pair of wolves up there. They had, it was a male and female. I think the female came from a fur farm that produced wolves for their hide. They didn't kill them, they shed a lot. And they would take that hair and make stuff. And then the dad, one of them came from a zoo. She knew somebody worked in a zoo, and they were going they were going to do something with him, send him to another zoo or something. She went on the table some kind of way he got him. So she had this one pure pair up there. They were in a bind, and she had them advertised for $800. I went up there and picked, it was a female and Zeus. Female had a busted blood vessel, and I was going to get her, but I got Zeus. And she gave me the paperwork on it and had him as being 98%. She said, let me tell you something. She said, this is a real wolf. To have them legal, you gotta have some paperwork showing they got some kind of dog in them too. So even though he was 100%, I had paperwork showing he was 98%, which was 2% Malamute, and that's some sled dogs. But he was a real wolf, man. He could only breed from December to March. He wasn't like a dog. He would come in season like during dinner. He'd be out there like December come up, this motherfucker be howling. I'm like, what's wrong with this motherfucker? It took me about 3 years to know he was a real wolf. His nuts would shrink up. And then in March, from December to March, he'd be out there howling, and he would have balls. And after March, his balls would go away. So he couldn't breathe like a dog anytime. You would have to have something ready when he was ready. People would come up here, man. It took me 3 years to figure out I had a real wolf. And then people would come up here and they had like little shit like little mixed up German Shepherd. I'm like, man, and they go, it looked like a damn termite compared to a damn butterfly. The shit would be so small compared to him. He was big. I mean, he's strong. So I really never got a chance to breed him because I never got another wolf. And I found a girl with a female wolf. And this fat ugly bitch tried to blackmail me, wanted me to fuck her. And she would give me the female. And, shit, man, pussy and all that, that's what working as well. Man, I do have some respect for myself. I think it's ugly as hell. I was like, man, shit. As I want that wolf, I was nah, hell nah.
Hey, I'm putting up
the bag over here. I couldn't mess with him. I'm like, chill this damn fucking thing. Hold on, man. Put my fucking glove down. Get your God. Shut up, Harry. What you damn dogs, man? I tell you, this time I ain't had a stroke yet. It's like having kids in this motherfucker. I got one grown house dog. He put down for Jane Mills, old stuff. Bullet, Wallaby stuff, Snooty. And I got this pup, my bro gave me, which I love to death, man. The motherfucker raising the pup up so you can put him on the sand, put him in the food, whatever. You got to go through some shit.
Hey, I got this picture up of you and Harry. Let them know where you were at when you was with Harry. It's the picture with you and Harry.
Yeah, me and my bro John, man, we went to up to Tom Donner's at his cookout and shit. And we went up there and checked that shit out. And some people up there I saw, man, that, old friends and shit. That's something Garner have every year around July. I didn't do this past, he didn't have it this past year because of the corona shit. And then I think that picture of me and Harry, that was about 2 years ago. because he didn't have it he didn't have it last year because of Corona shit.
Okay.
But yeah, we had went to Garner's, man, and hung out. Me, John, Harry, and then hung out a little bit. Came back here. Like I said, man, he in a damn nursing home.
Okay. Hey, everybody. I need. Hold on, Tony.
Somebody got Timmy Wolf. No, it wasn't no damn Timmy Wolf. He's a Arctic Tundra Wolf.
Wow.
Tundra Wolf.
Everybody, I want to start throwing them roses for my boy.
Pictures of him too, man. So somebody must have seen him because they said, "Well, you get to know what you must have heard him talking about him." So yeah, I got a bunch of pictures of him, man. I don't know how to send pictures of him while we on the chat.
Oh, we don't worry, you're gonna be a regular, man. I'm gonna be calling you a lot, bro. Hey, everybody, I want y'all to send them roses, give up them hypes, give up them things. You look here, he's out here trying to help Harry. You heard the story. This is what you call an honorable dog man right here, fellas. He gave us all the ups, he gave us all the downs, but he wanted to acquire this unknown dog man that picked up his name through all. Hey, he's another Mr. Green, a famous legendary dog man that nobody ever seen. We come from the backwoods. I know him. Me and him grew through this game together. We actually grew through this game together. Literally.
Yeah, you're right, bro. Y'all do some amazing stuff with the dogs, man. Like I said, I appreciate what you did for me because you taught me some. I mean, I'm not bragging, but I thought I knew it. Because I was undefeated, but then you gave me the other information that even made me to compete that much better. Stuff you told me, man, that was some real shit I never thought of,
Legends make legends.
Pedigree, man. I'm looking at this page you got up in the top. Somebody, that should be taped right there where it says game points play. It should be taped on top. It says unknown.
Oh, okay.
You guys go on pairs and mess up pedigrees and stuff, man. But I appreciate it, man. I appreciated everything.
Hey, guys, I want to hear it, man. I want to see them roses. There you go, fellas. There you go. Look at him. He out there trying to help Harry. After all the shit Harry put him through, he's still being down and loyal to the game, man. He didn't put money over the dog game. Look, me and him all those years, he giving me the love. And I'm telling y'all, man, this man did it together. Yeah, I might have did a lot because I was with the people. He wasn't out there, but look who he was around. You remember I told y'all guys, they wasn't giving us the game down there. That man learned the game. That man learned the game on his own. Harry took, to me, personally, Harry took advantage of him. Harry took advantage of him.
Y'all hit me up and like, yeah, I'm glad y'all won. Y'all did this, y'all. I'm like, oh, what you mean y'all? I'm talking about my fucking self, man. Ain't no y'all, it's me.
That's right.
Because I stepped away from Harry. I was saving my loot up. I wasn't winning a lot, but I was doing it by myself. He never hit me up. Man, y'all got a good camp down there. Y'all this, y'all. I'm like, who the fuck is y'all? It ain't nobody but Tony Wade. It's me. It ain't no damn y'all. Ain't nobody helping me do shit.
And that's right. But guess what? You laid back and you was quiet about it. And today we are here to show you are a legend. Always have been to me. I said legends make legends. And you are a legend. You are on my list.
Y'all legends too. I brag on y'all. I still got your magazine, man. Some of y'all had that little Going Hard magazine thing.
Yes, sir.
Pamphlet thing.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I remember that.
I got this on. Yeah, I got it right here. Where you talking about? Man, I think you talking about the sheriff in there. The sheriff now, he used to do dogs.
Yeah, Sheriff Paul. Sheriff Paul.
Benny Choke.
Yep, Benny Choke. Yep.
Yep, I still got that shit Going Hard. Yep. I got that one jump from you. And shit, I still got that.
Hey, it's been a pleasure and a privilege, man. Hey, I'm gonna let these things ring off a little bit more. Look, fellas, this is for you ballers out there. Look, Harry is getting old. This man is willing to go out there and get Harry after all these years of sticking with Harry. When Harry needs somebody the most, guess who got to go get him? Guess who's showing his true loyalty after all the bullshit? A real dog man. A real fucking dog man. That man covered every fucking mark that we talked about on the Respect the Game. This man has respected the game. Why you think he's on my show? Why you think we out here trying to convince him what he is? He is a legend. He's on my list. He should be on your list. You see what he's done? Look what he's done. I ain't seen nobody breaking those doors down there like they're breaking my doors down to get to me. You know why? Because he was too laid back. He had the obstacles in front of him and he didn't see it. We see it now. They're going to always have those obstacles. He's another Mr. Green. A great man, a legendary man. Matter of fact, he continued this shit for years. He's still continuing his legacy. This man has a legacy and he's still being 100. The man is still being 100 with Harry Hargrove. After everything he's done, that man's still ready. That man is ready to go to court and fight for that man to bring that man home to him. To help him. That's what I call a real dog man. Respect the game. And an honorable dog man at that. He's always been honorable and loyal to me, like I've always been honorable and loyal to him. Me and this man have never had not the slimmest goddamn conflict. Never. If I had been doing the right damn thing, what I should have done is have my dogs down there on his yard. Because when we needed to check a dog and I wanted to make a great match dog, I come from Ohio all the way to North Carolina to go see Tony. Because when we leave Tony's yard, we going to have a champion. You know why? Because when we say they're champions, they come champions, don't they, Tony?
Yo, man, you know the guy Eddie passed away, too, had your dogs.
Yeah, yes, he sure did. He had a chance to have some great dogs on his yard again.
Yeah, I didn't know he had passed away and shit. And his other partner, you know, he tapped out. He don't have dogs anymore. Them guys, man, they want dog people. That's why I didn't like them. That's why I stayed away from them. And they were brothers, and they hated me, just jealous. You know, I tried to get with them, and I was like, these guys were jealous of me.
Well, you know why they were jealous of you, because you were still hanging around the big tops. Remember, we were able to be around people that they couldn't be around. They couldn't be around James Edwards and Atlas Brewer. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't be around those guys like we were. Remember, I was bought in. Once I got in, I was in.
And that's the thing. These dogs got produced and made champions. The brothers around here, you know, they could have got them, but they thought something was wrong with them. So, and the guys that ended up getting these dogs, nailed down killers, were two white guys. They come up here, and I said, look, bring a dog with you. You think something wrong? They would bring a dog, and I would shut them down. They bought all them dogs from me. And then when they made champion with all them dogs, Raph, Gypsy, Complete, niggas got mad at me. I'm like, don't get mad. You could have bought them. You know? And then the white boys come out here and bought them. You know, and I made...
Give me roses and let this man, remind this man, he better not never doubt himself as a legend. Let him know we see him as a legend. It's time for this man to be paid. It's time for this man to be paid. Let's pay him, man. Let's pay him up, fellas. Let's give that man that legendary status and flock them roses, man. I wrote that for my boys in Hard Going Hard. Let's give it to him, man. Before this man go, man, let's give him that, man. I ask of you from everybody. As y'all go back there and replay these tapes, for the guys who don't be on here at this point, man, and you're listening to this tape tomorrow, next week sometime, man, do me a favor. Write that word right down there, legend, and give me some flowers, man. So anytime this man goes back in there, we will let him know he was not forgotten. He was hidden, but he was not forgotten. It's time for y'all to pay this man. It's time for us to pay this man. Yes, sir.
Hey, yo, Reese.
Yes,
hey, one thing. I see these people putting down there VA disability, all this for Harry. Yeah, VA disability, they paying, but he in a rest home. They not buying him a house. Yeah, he got VA disability, but he in a fucking rest home. He don't want to be there. Yeah, he got VA disability. They keep putting VA disability. Yeah, VA disability my ass. He in a rest home.
Right.
He broke his damn leg about last year. He broke his leg. He was in another rest home right here in Kingston. He got VA disability, but they not buying him a house to live in. He in a damn rest home. So all you people putting VA disability, yeah, that's what VA disability doing for him. They got him in a fucking rest home. Not a house, not a mansion, a fucking rest home.
Wow.
Anyway, get up here, man. I was looking at some of the stuff, and everybody's putting up this VA disability like it's supposed to help me. Yeah, he got to pay shit. Yeah, he got to pay nothing to the wrestling. But man, I appreciate it, bro. I'm gonna get off of here, man.
All day, man. We lost video, but we're gonna send it in right here, man. I'm pretty sure everybody heard what I said. Tony, you go ahead and have a good evening. I'm gonna call you tomorrow, man. When you get a chance, go ahead and pull this thing back up and enjoy yourself.
If any of y'all want to help me out with this damn house, say send me a little bit. I got a what do you call that shit, a cash out. I damn sure need some help, man. Damn house like caved in, but I appreciate it, man. I appreciate everything, man.
Tony, before you leave the scene, man, before we close this thing out, right? You hurry up and put your cash app on that chat right quick for me, man, before we close it out.
Okay. Well, I sent it to you. I don't know how to do it up here.
Yeah,
but
well, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. On our next show, we'll have it laid across the screen, and we'll start pushing that, man, for Harry, man. We're going to do that for you and Harry, man. We're going to do that for you and Harry. I don't care how we do it, but we're going to do it, all right?
All right, man. I appreciate it, bro.
All right, man. You take care, brother, and thank you, man.
You too, man.
Yeah, scratch your win, big bro. Way to go, fellas. That was a good one right there, man. That was a good one. So some reason we lost video, but we still live. That was a good show, fellas. I enjoyed y'all. I enjoyed it. I know he enjoyed it. You know what I mean? It took me hard enough to convince him, man. All these damn champions and all this shit, and this man sitting back there just being a quiet old soldier, man. One of the nicest guys you ever want to meet. He got it now. He ain't no push around. But you got to remember where he at. He's down there in North Carolina. I met this young man back in the 80s. So imagine how they had him. Remember what I told y'all? They didn't teach me shit. Imagine a man like him that they didn't use to make all these champions, all these breedings. They don't make a damn dime. Everybody else making money off of him. Everybody else making money off of him. Come on now. You see the man ain't running short on sense. It's just the situation that he was in. So we're going to call this a day. We're going to call this a day as always, fellas.
Some likes.
Get them likes up. Give me them subscribers. For all you new ones that come in, man, get them subscribers. For all you people that come in there and all them views that we be getting, well, we gotten all these damn views, man. Y'all should start getting so many people to hit some of this subscribe because I need 1,000 to get up out the house. You know, I'm telling you, once I get out the house, I'm running loose like a wild dog.
Get on the road.
I'm getting on the road, man. I'm coming to y'all, man. I'm gonna find the dog, man, of the 20s, the 2000s. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I'm coming to find them. I'm coming to look for you. Who is the next legend? That's what I want to know. I'm coming to look for you. Who is the old legend that we don't know about? We hear about them all the time, but we always hear about them too late. They're not honored. This man been doing this shit for years, barely hanging on. Yet Harry's out there making money and the man still being loyal to Harry. That man trying to bring that man out the nursing home. That's an honorable man right there. Always have been. Ain't really crossed nobody. Never have I ever seen him cross nobody. I mean, I've been around him a long time. So look, man, y'all throw me some roses as I leave this show tonight. You already know how we end the night. We always end it in that corner. We ended in that corner, and we're going to continue telling you, man, it ain't shit if you can't scratch the win. You ain't shit unless you can't scratch the win. I ain't telling you you got to. But if you going hard, scratch the win. Love you guys. As always, hang in there. Keep it going. Scratch the win. Peace.